I'm trying to make a name, but my sick thoughts got me by my brain. I'm searching for my, how ironic how we hustle for the same, but get bracelets for trying to get a chain, and they want to take up.
Gentle beats.
How you think you Aboriginal when you look just like an African? Call them out for a debate. Pick the video and then I laugh at them. Many niggas ain't even know shit. I can try to get this nigga to share my screen, he wouldn't even show this shit. The nigga keep trying to play the straw man like I ain't noticing. But he out here blind as hell, he talking about his eyes open. He think he really doing some whole time I ain't even going. I told him come on and show that screen, the apple you pump fake. Call him Chinky, he don't even pop out, cheap holiday ends. Act like he started something, but he can't even defend. Now the apple's looking at you like shit, what you on? How you gon' let Cosmo and Lucky take the decoy moves? He say fuck the apple doctrine, man, don't even stand up. He say fuck that look of shit, my nigga, he said nothing. You better quit lying on granny nigga shit, tell you that shit. How you got open smoke panel when you known for ducking phase? How you think you Aboriginal when you look just like an African? Call them out for a debate. Pick the video and then I laugh at them. Many niggas ain't even know shit. I can try to get this nigga to share my screen, he wouldn't even show this shit. The nigga keep trying to play the straw man like I ain't noticing. But he out here blind as hell, he talking about his eyes open. He think he really doing some whole time I ain't even going. I told him come on and show that screen, the apple you pump fake. I told him come on and show that screen, the apple you pump fake. How you got open smoke panel when you known for ducking phase?
Were you recently injured in a car accident? Look at this check for $160,000.
Culture Freedom. I just met these ladies out here in the park randomly. How many of y'all ever heard y'all had Indian in your family?
Absolutely.
Everybody heard that before, right? Where did you hear it from? Who was the person I told you?
Our grandmother.
Once again, thank you very much, lady. I appreciate it.
All right.
Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Hey yo, these apples think they it, but they not. Every time I look around, they be on TikTok. Every time I look around, they saying something pseudo, knowing it's a lie, acting like it's really true though. Harriet Tubman's real, Nat Turner is a hero. I'ma keep it a buck. Dan Calloway's a weirdo. I'ma keep it a buck. Carinio is too. The research lie, he could never tell the truth. That coward A1, he's a miss no more. Just give me a shot, I can miss no more. Just give me the rock, it's a must. I score. These apples need to see a doctor, it's for sure. Hey, Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Hey yo, these apples think they real, but they fake. Always on YouTube, we could never get a break. All they do is cherry pick, die at their own sources. Pick the copper color, but not the hair of the horses. And DNA is not real, it's only for entertainment purposes. Can't believe how many times I heard this shit. Can't believe how many times I heard the same shit. Asking for the slave ships. Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Good grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Good grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Good grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Grandma said, how many times grandma said, we got Indian in us? It's a legend. It's a family legend. Grandma said we had Indian in us. Grandma ain't say we was Indian though. Stop taking grandma out of context, man. Stop lying on granny, man. Cause grandma ain't say shit, man. You said it, man. You said it, man. Stop lying on grandma. Grandma said.
Break the lane, I'm trying to make a name, but my sick thoughts got me by my brain. I'm searching for my. How ironic how we hustle for the same, but get bracelets for trying to get a chain, and they wanna take up.
Today we're back trying to battle some of this misinformation. So today we're going to deal with Debunking Verrazzano's claim in 1524 when he says the natives were dark like Ethiopians.
Flowing the Atlantic coast from Carolina up into the New York area, he had wrote a letter to Francis I, the King of France, in 1524, describing the Carolina Indians as being dark in color, not unlike the Ethiopians. Giovanni de Verrazzano had described the Carolina Indians as exactly resembling the Ethiopians.
So what starts off as a harmless observation of some darker skinned people, this observation turns into ideology by the Black Aboriginals of America, where now Black Americans, they don't descend from West Africa. We was lied to, and now they descend from America. But they don't take into consideration who Verrazzano was comparing these people to, and we're going to look at that. He says they are dark in color, not unlike the Ethiopians, with thick black hair, not very long, tied back behind the head like a small tail. As for the physique of these men, they are well proportioned, of medium height, a little taller than we are. They have broad chests, strong arms, and the legs and other parts of the body are well composed. There is nothing else, except that they tend to be rather broad in the face, but not all, for we saw many with angular faces. They have big black eyes, an attentive and open look. They are not very strong, but they have a sharp cunning and are agile and swift runners. From what we could tell from observation in the last two respects, they resemble the Orientals, particularly those from the farthest Cenarian regions. So the first question should be, who are these Orientals and where's the Cenarian region that they're comparing these people to? But for some reason, all these memes and everything else leave that out. So when we look into who these Orientals are, they point us to the area of Asia, Southeastern Asia, specifically southeast of the Himalayas. And when we go and look at the people who are of this area, they don't look nothing like these American Negroes, nothing like these Aboriginal Americans, nothing like these Black Indians that are claiming this as a, look, see, this is proof that we've been here. This is not what you get from that. So when you take everything that they say in context and we do a correct analysis of the context of what we're reading, we do not come to this is the American Negro. We come to this is what these people look like, or they describe them as looking like. And that's it. I'm out. It's not a coincidence that the conscious community is not so conscious.
Now, everybody in the world know the Aboriginals can't fight. I'm just gonna. Now, everybody in the world know the Aboriginals can't fight. Now, everybody in the world know the Aboriginals can't fight. Now, everybody in the world know the Aboriginals can't fight. I'm just gonna keep it real. Everybody know the Aboriginals ain't got nothing for themselves. We're gonna keep this shit real. If you're an Aboriginal, man, I hate to be the one to break it to you.
Damn.
But nigga, you ain't never saw no Aboriginal war, nigga.
Damn.
Send me a video with a timestamp. You ain't never seen no Aboriginal war, and they won a successful military only when they fought with us last year.
So he's saying they over. Yo, he said they got no lead.
I didn't know he was going hard like that on them.
Oh,
he said they ain't got no wins, and the only time they did win was when they linked up with them. You heard him say that?
Look, shit. Look, hold on. Get your shit off. Get your shit off.
Get your shit off.
Seen no Aboriginal war, and they won a successful military only when they fought with us last year. And they didn't even win out of them phase.
Nah, this is classic, y'all. This is classic. This is classic, right?
Yeah, I think
Let's smoke signal go.
Yeah, let's get some. I want to keep playing this, but let's get an Aboriginal up here for this, man.
Yo, the link is pinned, y'all. I need.
Not a coincidence is a major factor in this community, and people don't even know it. Goofy motherfuckers.
So now, who am I? So this is Paul Cuffey. He was born 1752, died 1812 in New York State. He's my 7th great grandfather on my father's side. He married a woman named Hannah. They had 7 children, and I said from their son William. There's an article about him in 1909. It's talking about his genealogy, his family, how he became to be an Indian preacher. And this is out in this mark is out in Wading River, and in the Shinnecock Nation territory. So this was a book written in 1845, and they're talking about his genealogy. And here's a couple quotes from it. It says, "The Reverend Paul was the second of 7 sons of Peter Cuffey, a native Indian of the Shinnecock tribe. His mother was said to be an eminent, pious woman, for many years a member of the native Indian church at Wading River, she being of African descent." So he was mixed. He was Shinnecock and African. And these are some of my DNA matches I was able to find and trace their genealogy back to me using Paul Cuffey's son, William Cuffey, my 5th great grandfather. And I was able to trace about 6 people. This is my 4th great grandfather on my father's side, Levi Medicine Man Phillips, born 1809, 1911, born in the state of Connecticut. Dr. Levi Phillips Sr., widely respected as an herbal doctor, Dr. Phillips regularly walked from Brooklyn to Montauk, even as an old man, and became a local legend. Shown here about 1870, he is believed to be a direct descendant of King Phillips, chief of the Wampanoag Indians, between 1675 and 1676. King Phillips led a coalition of local tribes against the English in an attempt to drive them out of England. This war was a pertinent of future conflicts in the western United States. And this comes from the Image of America, the Setauket, Oldfield, and Poquat, page 114. This is an article from the Brooklyn Daily Eagle in October 9th, 1909, page 19. This is about my great grandfather. Levi Medicine Man Phil's first wife's name was Maria Roscoe. They had 9 children, I descend from their son Levi. His first wife, Maria, a woman, so these are quotes from the article. His first wife, Maria Roscoe, a woman of part Shinnecock Indian and part Negro distraction. They make a distinction between Negro and Shinnecock Indian. They are describing 2 different people. So here I have 3 references to Negro. You got the etymology dictionary, a member of a black skinned race of Africa. Negroes, this is from etymology and English dictionary in 1730, inhabitants of Negrita in Africa. Then we have the Webster's Dictionary, 1828, a native or descendant of the black race of men in Africa. And this is some genealogy through my 4th great grandparents, Levi and Maria Phillips. And you see I have over here to the right, the blue DNA symbol means I connected them to my tree using DNA and records. So these 2 people down here, they took DNA tests. This is actually a daughter and father. And he was able to trace our DNA back to Levi and Maria Roscoe. This is William Nelson, 1830, Lumberg, Virginia. My 4th great grandfather, my father's side. I descend from his son, Richard. The oldest record I have of him is from 1866, a list of registered colored persons cohabiting together as husband and wife, 1866, February 27, Prince Edward County. And I put this to the side, colored people, black people, Africans, or the descendants, mixed or unmixed. And that comes from the 1828 Webster's Dictionary. So according to the records, he was owned by a man named Henry Stokes. So if we look here, we register the colored persons of Prince Edward County, state of Virginia. Up here you see name, age, place, birth, occupation, last owner. You have name, age, he was 36. So in 1860, he would be 30, which means in 1830, he was born around 1830. Lumberg, Virginia, Prince Edward County, farmer, Henry Stokes, his last owner. So this is the 1860 slave schedule from Prince Edward County, Virginia. Henry Stokes had 53 enslaved black people as property at this time. In 1860, William Nelson would be about 30 years old. According to the census, Stokes owns 3 males at the age 30 at this time. And we can see the 3 males listed here, age 30. Henry Stokes received a presidential pardon from Andrew Jackson for taking part in the late rebellion against the government of the United States. The pardon is voided if Henry Stokes shall hereafter at any time acquire any property, whatever enslaves or make use of slave labor. So those are 2 things of quotes from the actual document. Now, I say Henry Stokes owned my 4th great grandfather, William Nelson. Well, he didn't take it just laying down. William Nelson was a Civil War vet. So William Nelson, U.S. Civil War pension index card filed September 30th, 1890. So he fought in the 25th U.S. Infantry Regiment. It was one of the racially segregated units of the United States Army known as the Buffalo Soldiers. Also the 39th U.S. Colored Infantry, a regiment that served in the Union Army during the American Civil War. And lastly, the 56th U.S. Colored Infantry that served in the Union Army. And we see William Nelson, his wife, children, and these is his service record. We got the 25th, 39th, and 56th regiments, all colored troops. Yeah, so no, we didn't just take it lightly. We freed ourselves. And these are living descendants of William Nelson found with DNA. And these are my cousins that I found. I did not know them until I took this DNA test. And yeah, doing the genealogy records is good, but it's not going to take you to the present because we have a lot of laws that stop us from seeing things. And we don't get to see records that are 50. We don't even get to see records that are 50 years old, really, like when it pertains to censuses. We can only see them 75 years ago. Like right now, we're up to the 1950 census. But yeah, these are my living relatives. So William Bunn, 1906 to 1978, born in the state of New York. This is my second cousin, 3 times removed. We both descend from a man named Peter Bunn. Peter is my 4th great grandfather, but to William, it is his great grandfather. William was interviewed by the Brooklyn Daily Eagle in 1934. And this is the article right here. This is the Brooklyn Daily Eagle, May 1934, page 15. Key points, and he gives some oral history in this article. So some of the oldest families, so these are some of the key points I took from this article. Some of the oldest families in Brooklyn and on Long Island are Negroes. Money folk of Long Island made their living sending ships to ostensibly for the purpose of whaling. Actually, the vessels went over to Africa and picked up cargoes of Negroes. There was an unwritten law that if any Negro on a trip over gave birth to a child, to children, the young ones could not be sold, but were taken back to Long Island. There were in time quite a few of these babies who grew up working about the homes of the ship captains. Mr. Bunn said, I think this story is true. I do know that my grandfather used to talk a lot about it. And here we see William Bunn. He's from East Setauket. Now, my Nigerian cousin, right? So we can see, this is me covering my face. It's my cousin. We share 9 centimorgans across one segment. He's 96% Nigerian and 4% East Nigerian, East Central. So he's 100% Nigerian, basically. So parts of the conversation with my Nigerian cousin, he says he has more matches to people in the Americas. So this is me reaching out to him. I asked him where he's from. He said, I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria and an Igbo by tribe. So nice to meet him. Does he have any other cousins? He says, yes, I have 148 matches here. And I asked him about the Americas. I was wondering if you have matched to other people in America. You see, yes, I have 149 matches here. This is my cousin, like I said, Ajiro. That's a Nigerian surname, 9 centimeters across one segment. So that all that means is that we probably share the same common ancestor from somebody in the 1700s, because it's that many generations ago that's why our DNA share is so small. So 23andMe connected me to my Igbo tribe. This means some of your ancestors may have lived in it. So this is a quote. This is from this right here. So this means some of your ancestors may have lived in this area, and you may have relatives who still live there. Well, if we go back to my cousin here, they said I might find people from that area who's Igbo. And guess what? They was right. And a lot of people ask about the scientific details, and here they go right here on the Igbo connection. Highly likely match. And again, I have a cousin who is Igbo that I found through DNA. So, to the American Aboriginal community, where is the Aboriginal Americans in history? All we see is Africans and their descendants who became the Black Americans / African Americans. So if you like the information and would like to hear more, you can follow me at Not a Coincidence on YouTube and not_A_coincidence_808 on Instagram.
Break the lane, I'm trying to make a name, but my sick thoughts got me by my brain. I'm searching for my, how ironic how we hustle for the same, but get bracelets for trying to get a chain, and they wanna take up.
Peace, peace, peace. Peace, everybody out there. What's going on, y'all? Salute to the chat. Peace to the lurkers, everybody that's watching. Yo, hit that like button, y'all. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Share the video on one of your social medias for me. Let's get this out there. All right. I'll put the link out there if anybody want to join the stream, y'all. Y'all can pull up anytime. We're just gonna sit here and bullshit a while, you know. Yeah, Jay asked this question. He said, Knock, how you gonna deal with the rise of Big Smoke? Now, yeah, congratulations to Smoke Signal. He got his channel. It's taking off. You know, people love the pseudo. They love that pseudo. I'll tell you that. But he actually conducts himself very well over there. And, he's still biased, but he don't act like the belligerent Smoke Signal we all came to know and love. For the most part. But Jay asks, how you gonna deal with Smoke? Well, Smoke needs to deal with himself first, right? He's fighting his own demons. Nah, they ain't gonna show up. They be running like always. They run and hide behind their panels and wrenches, and they throw rocks and hide their hands. But Smoke, he got to deal with his own people, right? He wants to come on YouTube, perpetrate a fraud, right? We seen his records. He's a descendant of Freedman, right? We all know that. But even conversations he has with his own family don't believe him. His own family don't believe him. Like I said, the StreamYard link is pinned. Y'all could join at any time. And the question is you smarter than an Aboriginal American? But let's see why Smoke Signal is really not a threat.
Yeah, I'm even talking about some of the elders. Like I'll be like, well, I asked my auntie she really the record keeper, right? I don't know how she got the position.
Now look, y'all heard him. He asked his auntie. This is his family, right? She's the record keeper. So he's beefing with the family record keeper, the family genealogist. He's beefing with. Ain't no beef like they fighting, but they have these conversations about who they are. And Smoke Signal disagrees with the record keeper.
I asked my auntie she really the record keeper, right? I don't know how she got the position. She the record keeper. She like she like an HBC. She like an HBCU type motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? All sophisticated and very, very elegant.
So now he's gonna paint a picture as her being her ideology being indoctrinated. You know how they like to say that it was the white man who started the HBCUs and the churches indoctrinated these people, and now we keep her pushing these lies that we learn from college and shit like that. They're just anti-education. Anti-education.
Getting in her manner and everything like that. And I'll be like, your grandmama was on the Chickasaw Roads, right? So I tell her this, and she start arguing with me like, what you trying to prove that?
His own family. He's arguing with his auntie. So she's older than him. We don't know if it is his mother's sister, his father's sister, but it's his aunt. He tells us that she is the record keeper. So her information is going off records. Smoke ain't never seen a family record in his life. Not a one. So let's remember who's he talking about? His aunt, who's the record keeper, who he disagrees with.
Was on the Chickasaw Roads, right? So I tell her this, and she start arguing with me like, what you trying to prove that you Native American and all that? Like we be having real back and forth concerning should we lean to our oral report or should we lean on science and the common history and all this type of shit. I'm just saying these goofy motherfuckers is right here in the family, bro.
Smoke, you ain't never lied about that, Smoke. You sound exactly like me. You just told my story, bro. I got an aunt that do the same.
Look, He said, you done told my story. Listen, that's 99% of these abo stories. Is they trying to say one thing, their family saying they look and sound crazy, because that's not what it is. It's just terrible, man. Yo, hit that like button, y'all. Share and like the video. Let's go. But you know something wrong when you're arguing with the family genealogist and nobody in your family believes you but you. So this is why these people are not a threat. How could you be a threat? Your own family don't even believe you. So if you even try to make a movement, you can't even get your family involved first. Nobody believes you.
Should we lean to our oral report, or should we lean on science and the common history and all this type of stuff? I'm just saying, these goofy motherfuckers is right here in the family, bro.
Smoke, you ain't never lied about that. Smoke, you sound exactly like me. You just told my story, bro. I got an aunt that do the same shit, bro. And I have conversations with her, bro, and she always tell me the opposite and be trying to, you know, she done took her DNA test and believe in science and all that shit. And I be like, Connie, this shit don't make no sense. It's not logical. You know who your mom was. You know your mother better than I do. She was my grandmother, but this was your mother. Your mother done told you way more than I can ever.
They trying hard to convince their own family. So, yo, Jay, I hope I answered your question about what we're going to do with the rise of smoke signal. All we got to do is use smoke signal's words against him. That's really it. All we got to do is use smoke signal's words against him. Right? This is why I get blocked out of every chat. Smoke just keep letting them time me out and shit. I ain't been on this panel yet because I just know I'm not going to get the same respect as the white boys get. The white boys come up there, they roll out the red carpet for them and all that. But let one of us come up there. They want to kill us, literally. Literally, they'll tell you. They hate us, they want to kill us, but they want to cuddle with the white man. So, Jay, this answers another part of what you asked about this rise of smoke signal. So let's hear smoke signal, what he says, what his mom says, or let's just listen to it.
You came on here.
No, when I say that,
you said you got them on both sides of the family. I was listening to you,
bruh. I said my mama is from Tennessee and my daddy from Texas. Where you get from the same chickens? Where you get that from?
What tribe is you claiming?
Nigga, my mama don't even claim to be.
Hold on. His mama don't claim to be what?
Where you get that from?
What tribe is you claiming?
Nigga, my mama don't even claim to be an Indian, bro. What is you talking?
Holy shit. Holy shit. How are you an Indian if your mom is not Indian? That's what I want to know. Y'all, son, can you help me out with that? Round Table J. I hope you understanding now that these dudes are not a real issue, right? Because these are the two videos I'm playing as soon as I get up there on Smoke Channel. I just ain't been up there yet. I've been a little busy. You know, the weather broke. It's been nice out. So I've been out. You know what I'm saying? I just came back from Orlando. Yeah, they patrilineal now, Jay. They patrilineal now. They are no longer matriarchal. They are patrilineal now. Because his mom don't even say that he's Indian. So he got his auntie that he arguing with. He got his auntie he arguing with about who's the family record keeper. Mind you, he told us that she's the record keeper, which means what? She gotta have some records. And none of the records is pointing to y'all being Indian, other than Freedman. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Yo, Sean, share this in that Facebook group, man. Pull them Facebook abos up, man.
My daddy from Texas. Where you get from the same chickens? Where you get that from?
What tribe is you claiming?
Nigga, my mama don't even claim to be an Indian, bro. What is you talking
What
about?
tribe is you claiming? So why are you claiming an Indian if your mama ain't an Indian?
Yeah, what is you talking?
What tribe is you claiming?
Nigga, my mama don't even claim to be an Indian, bro. What is you talking
What
about?
tribe is you claiming? So why are you claiming an Indian if your mama ain't an Indian? I thought it's matrilineal. So hold on. If your mama didn't pass the Indian to you, then you ain't Indian.
Because my great grandmother is a Chickasaw, nigga.
Damn, Smoke. You went out bad. Oh, you in Facebook jail. You always doing something on there, man. You always doing something on there. So yeah, these dudes' moms don't even claim to be Indian. Their grandparents don't claim to be Indian, right? And these are, these are like the talking, what do you call them? The mascots, the talking heads of their community, right? Everybody knows Smoke Signal, but even his mom don't even claim to be Indian, right? We're gonna run these to the ground, right? We're gonna run these to the ground. Like, look, this is our favorite punching bag, A1. What's their whole thing? Our grandma said what? That they was that they was Indians. Grandma said it. We're gonna run all these shits to the ground. But let's see what A1 says about his grandma. And I know he's listening. We know A1's listening. He always listening. Yo, like and share the video, y'all. Like, share the video. Let's go. Well, let's hear this.
All right, so you can't explain how your grandparents taught you how to worship the sun.
Grandparents thought they was from Africa. They thought they was African Americans because they went through the general education system just like everybody else. And
Okay, cool. All right. So you can't explain how your grandparents taught you how to worship the sun.
Grandparents thought they was from Africa. They thought they was African Americans because they went through the general education system just like everybody.
And then as soon as they have to admit that their people said they was African, what's the next thing they do? They go and disrespect them, talk about how dumb they are, or they're indoctrinated, or something crazy like that. Right? So Smoke Signals arguing with his auntie, who's the family record keeper, about being Indian or not. And she's on the not side. His mom don't claim to be Indian. So if you didn't come through an Indian, how are you an Indian? And then we got the head honcho, the head pseudo in charge, A1, who grandparents thought they was African. Now this isn't me just saying this. This is them telling us this. So what are we supposed to do with that? We got to believe them, right? Yeah. Brazilian said, why A1 always scouting out Walmart workers and convincing them to say they're Indians? If you pay attention to his question, he asks, have y'all heard y'all had Indian in y'all? And a lot of people are gonna hear that. They are gonna hear there's Indian somewhere, whether it's true or not. That's just because we was in America, where American Indians are. It's that simple. Some people was running from being black. Some people was hiding that white in them. So, yeah, that's a fact, Jay. That's a big fact. They will claim European before they claim African. I don't see what the problem with African is at all. I don't see no problem. But these people are afraid. They're afraid to be who they are, right? Let me see. Let's go on to... they come from, I guess, down south where it's not too... I guess it wasn't good to be black. I grew up in New York where, black was beautiful. Well, Shan Caesar, I'm glad you're back. You had to resubscribe. Appreciate the effort. Making sure you're here with us. Right? Hit that like button, y'all. Share the video. But like what evidence have they ever really gave us? That's my question. What evidence have they gave us about them being Indians? Right? They claiming these tribes that really didn't even want nothing to do with them. Right? This is from the Bayonne Herald and Greenville Register. Bayonne, New Jersey, Saturday, November 15th, 1873. 1873. Right? It says the Choctaw Indians and the Negroes in that territory are at loggerhead. It is known that the Indians owned many Negro slaves, and this is in 1873. It is known that the Indians owned many Negro slaves and that these had intermarried with the Indians. There goes the Indian in your family. When the slaves were liberated, Congress agreed to give the Choctaws $300,000 for the strip of country known as the Lease District, provided the Choctaws would, within 2 years, adopt into the nations and make citizens about 3,000 Negroes, formerly their slaves, and give 40 acres of land to each individual. So this is how, they always saying, oh, my people's got land, my people's got land. Well, a lot of them got them through land allotments, the ones that are part of these five civilized tribes. But they don't understand there was a fight to even get that, and everybody didn't get it. Everybody didn't get it. Within 2 years, adopt into the nation and make citizens about 3,000 3,000 Negroes formerly their slaves, and give 40 acres of land to each individual. The time expired without action having been taken from the council to council. The government has extended the time. This money with interest now amounts to more than 400,000. Yet so strong is the prejudice or fear of sectioning and allotting their lands that they have again refused to pass the act of adoption. They ain't even want them in the tribes. Right? They had money sitting there. They're like, nah, we'd rather do without it. Every other nation of Indians have adopted their former slaves and given them equal rights of land and annuities. But the Choctaws was playing games. We got Lem. What Lem saying? He said, peace, not Texas here. We always knew about African genealogy. I just heard about maybe a couple family members having native heritage. We all ain't like the Abels down here. Oh, nah, we know. When we look at the grand scheme of things, we know the overwhelming majority of us, black African Americans, whatever you like to call yourself, know that we have ancestry to Africans. That's just it. We know a large part of our makeup comes from the continent of Africa. But definitely appreciate you saying that, because and YouTube, it actually, it makes the world a little bit smaller, right? Where we think that what we just see on YouTube is actually everywhere, and it's really not. And Tyrone, you're not blocked. I see your message. I think what it is you have me blocked. That's your problem. You got me blocked. You keep trying to act like I got you blocked. What am I gonna block you for? Word, I could show you. But yeah, Lem, we definitely don't think that it's everybody, or even a large amount. My bad. Well, if you got blocked on StreetYard, it wasn't me. We we know who did that. Let me see. Yeah, I don't even know how to, if you are, I don't know. Maybe it's for the better. Yeah, I don't even see how to do that shit. Oh, I think I know how. You unblocked, Tyrone. Don't get blocked again. But yeah, we see here Choctaws. They wasn't even really trying to even entertain them being citizens. Right? They said F the money. We not doing it. But like I said, other tribes did. What else, man? What else? What else? This is from the Los Angeles Times. All right, Sunday, April 13th, 1975. 1975. Right, and what does this man have to say? What does he have to do with the conversation? Who just popped up here? So we got Black Indian Charles Davis, 92. Ron says your device not connected. Black Indian Charles Davis, 92. A Creek Freedman stands by Indian head plaques in his Haskell, Oklahoma home. It says blacks carry on Creek Indian heritage. Haskell, Oklahoma. There was a knock at the door of Reverend Charles Davis. So that's Reverend Charles Davis. Chinda called out the 92-year-old black man. One of two black men on his front porch replied, Umba, Siachi. I bet you never heard none of these abos say Shinda or Umba say Siachi. Yeah, Juju, are you smarter than the Aboriginal? She said, yes, I am. Oh, we know you are. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I got a phone call. 1 second.
What tribe you from?
I'm Blackfoot Cherokee.
You Blackfoot Cherokee?
Yes, sir.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You got your little stuff and all that on today?
Yeah.
You know I'm a little Cherokee too.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I speak to you in Cherokee language?
I don't know as much as I supposed to.
I'm gonna show you how to say something, right? So you want to say, "Hey, black brother."
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I'm alright, bro.
Huh?
I got you.
You got me?
Yeah.
Did you understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like every time I see one of my Cherokee brothers, I like to say, you know what I'm saying?
Represent.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Wakanda.
Wakanda. Okay.
Yeah. Forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
What up, coward?
All right, don't start the disrespect, man. We don't gotta
You
carry it.
disrespected me, bro. Come on now.
When was it today?
Yes.
How?
And the other day. So,
Hold on, look. No, Tyrone, stop. Stop bringing the bullshit from the other day into this
yeah,
shit.
because you ran.
I don't run from nothing.
You run.
Let me
run.
All right, let me read this article. Be quiet. Let me read this article. Chill out. So, right? 92. He's 92 in 1975. What he said, one of the two black men on his front porch replied, Umba Sayachi, or whatever that is. You never heard of Abo speak that. The preacher opened the door and welcomed his two friends into the home. He greeted the men in the Creek Indian language, Shinda, which means, who is it? Yeah, other day. I ain't been live in 3 weeks. Talking about the other day. They had answered Umba Siachi, we've come to eat, a traditional response of Creeks when visiting friends. While the Creek language, the three men are black Indians of mixed Indian and Negro blood. There are pockets of them scattered throughout the United States. In Delaware, they are known as the Forgotten Moors. In Louisiana and North Carolina, Red Bones. Mr. Davis, for the past 50 years, the pastor of the First Baptist Church of Haskell, 25 miles south of Tulsa, is one of approximately 1,000 Creek freedmen, as the black Indians are called in northwestern Oklahoma. Creek Indians brought their Negro slaves with them when they moved from Georgia and Alabama to Indian Territory in 1828. Said Mr. Davis, this is what Charles Davis is saying. And said Mr. Davis, yes, Indians had slaves just as the whites did. The whites traded slaves to the Indians for Indian land in Alabama and Georgia. Creek Indians were very fair with their slaves. They treated them kindly. Many Creeks intermarried with Negroes. When the Creeks divided their land into allotments in 1906 in Oklahoma, their former slaves and children and grandchildren of slaves were given equal shares. We just read about that. That was in 1873. But guess what? The Choctaw was having a problem with it. The other five civilized tribes, they did it. Black Indian and Creek Negroes who were never intermarried with the Indians were all given the same allotment as full-blooded Creeks, Mr. Davis said. Every man, woman, and child each got 160 acres. The black minister has a vivid recollection of the day the allotments were made. I was a teenager at the time. I can remember when the Indian chiefs commenced to allot the Creek land, the question came up what to do with the Negroes. So we see the distinction between Negroes and Indians. There was no hesitation, no argument. The chiefs meeting in the old council house counted all of us as Creek Indians. To this day, many families on the Creek tribal rolls are black with no Indian blood or are black Indians. Negro slaves were helpers more than slaves to the Creek, said the old minister, who is revered by blacks and Indians alike throughout Oklahoma. Creek Indians were nomads. They knew nothing about farming. When they came to the Indian Territory, it was the blacks who taught them about farming. The blacks built log cabins instead of wigwams and dugouts, and it was the blacks who converted the Creeks to Christianity. They believed in the sun god and moon god before they had slaves. Mr. Davis laminated the lack of knowledge on the part of most Americans, blacks or whites, about black Indians. You won't read it in the history books, he declared. And he said, most young people don't know it. I mean, most of our own Creek Freedman kids don't even know it. So this is somebody who actually lived through it. You know, he could tell you about the allotments. He could tell you how there was always a distinction between them, right? But you know, we got these new people want to paint a different history. All right, Tyrone, you was quiet. You let me read that. Go ahead. OTK, you can come up here too, man. I don't know why you always acting scary. You got the floor, Tyrone.
All right, so I have the floor. I have your undivided attention.
Yeah, it's just me and you up here.
All right, so your whole entire article is pseudo. For one, you have narratives such as Patrick Mingus' Black Indian slave narratives. Says that they were speaking indigenous languages during slavery. That would have been their first language. Then over time, hold on.
Let me just interject one real quick. This man, Charles Davis, he was speaking Creek. And the two black men that was on his porch was speaking Creek. So I don't know when did I say that Negroes wasn't speaking Indian language? I never said that. I in fact gave support of that. But go ahead.
Gotcha. So in that article that we were reading last time we were on, how do you guys miss the chapter that says that Indians were not indistinguishable from Negroes in chapter 4?
Chapter 4. What's the book again? Because that's not what it said. It
Yes,
said
it
they.
did, Negro.
No,
Do
it
you want
didn't.
me to put? You want me to put the shit in there?
Yeah, put it in there.
All right.
It's the same book you're talking about, right?
Yes.
The same one that we read before. Just so I know that we're talking about the same book. The one that you sent me on Instagram and we read on this on my channel before. Oh, he'll be back. He must have stepped away. But yeah, it's a that's not even what it says. Yeah, he changed the topic real
Yes, it
quick.
does, Negro.
But did you hear my question? Are we talking about the same book that you showed me on Instagram and on this channel?
You want me to read it?
No. He got to
want me to
deal with what
read
he
it?
came on the panel and said first. He got to deal with what
All
he
right.
said
So
first.
to
Not
arrive to my knowledge of
Tyrone.
He must have
We
cut out.
need you.
He's not muted. He's not muted. He must have cut out. Well, hold on, I gotta
Yeah.
run to the bathroom
hold
real
on. So
quick.
can you hear me?
No.
Can you hear
We
me?
want how. No. We
Can
want
you
to
hear
know
me?
how. Yes, we can. But we want to know how is this article pseudo? How is it? We got to deal with your
Gotcha.
first claim. You came on the panel and said the article was
Gotcha.
pseudo.
During that fucking time, do you not understand context? Gotcha. So
You
during
can't
that
talk to us
time, the
about
five
context.
civilized. Hold on. You're not going to interrupt me.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
You had my name in your mouth for
Sassy
days.
P.
I'm going
Sassy
to
P. Yeah, I've been
interrupt you.
clowning you on your
Where
stomping
is
grounds,
your
nigga,
evidence?
and
Where?
your fucking
No,
ass
them ain't my
ran.
stomping grounds. No, you ain't.
Yeah,
You ain't been
final
on my stomping
battle. That's
grounds.
your stomping
You
grounds,
no, that's
right?
not.
Yeah,
No,
it
it is
is.
not.
Yeah, it is,
No, it
bitch
is not.
nigga. Yes,
You
it
run
is.
from me.
That's how I
Yeah,
found out
I
you
knew
an
you was
agent.
scared.
That's
I
how
knew
I
you was
found out you
scared.
an
I
agent.
knew you was
That's
scared.
how I knew that you
I
was
knew you was
working.
scared.
Hold on, real quick,
I
y'all.
knew he was scared. He
Real
can't
quick.
deal
Scared of
with it.
what, Negro?
Hold
Prove it.
on. Tyron.
Falsify the source. Falsify the source.
I found your goofy ass working with Dr. Maat.
Tyron, chill out. Can you
Why you keep
address
bringing Dr. Mott up? We two separate
Because she
people.
a fucking whole agent. And
Man,
you
She
aren't.
ain't nothing. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Can you
Yes, you
address?
do. You was on her
No,
channel.
Tyron, man, stop, man. Chill out. Can you address that you said that this guy is pseudo, this article is pseudo, whatever you said? Can you address that, please? And give us some
Gotcha. So you have to
hold on.
understand
Understand my
context of the time.
Stop. Understand my question. We need a thorough understanding of why you said this. Don't just say no general shit. Let's go.
Gotcha. So at the time, everybody doesn't have the same narrative as your article. You have to pick up Indian slavery narratives by Patrick Minguez. It contradicts your whole article that you're using. And I have the book.
How does that contradict this guy's he lived it?
Negro, we have other people that lived it. Such
Have you
as,
read this source? Have you read the source?
hold on, wait a minute. Let me tell you
Have
the
you read
book.
the source?
Have you read this book, nigga?
Tyrone, have you read
Have
the
you read
source?
it? Have you read this book?
You ain't even read it.
Yes, I have, nigga.
No, you ain't.
Smith Johnson, nigga.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
There's nothing
Have
in
you
there
read
that
this book,
agrees with
nigga?
you.
Is
He
this in your
tells you.
library?
He
Is
tells
this in your
you.
library, nigga?
Yes.
I know you got
He
whole chest
tells you.
Kemetic books in there, but you ain't
Oh
got
my
no Indian
God.
books.
You asked. Yes, I do.
Nigga, you ain't got no Indian books, nigga.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No,
I
you
bet you
don't. Let me see your
$150
library,
that
coon.
book.
Let me see
I
your
bet you. I
library.
bet you
Hold on,
$150 right now that book don't agree with you.
Let me see your library.
This is the easiest part.
Gotcha. You ain't got no library, no Indian books. You got Kemetic books, nigga.
Why you diverting though?
Ain't nobody diverting. You keep interrupting.
No, you are supposed to be
You
telling
are
us why.
interrupting.
No. You're supposed to be telling us why Charles Davis is pseudo. That's why you're supposed to be.
Gotcha. So everybody doesn't have the same narratives as your person that you're using. So what are you talking about?
That's just it. Everybody doesn't have the same narrative.
Gotcha. So let me explain the time period and the context.
No, but
Because
we're
for
talking
one,
about Charles Davis. We're talking about
you're not
Charles
gonna
Davis.
interrupt.
Hold on, I just got a question. With this guy, what's his first name? The author you talking about?
Patrick Mingus. He has a collection of Black Indian slave narratives.
Black Indian slave narratives. Okay.
You read it?
You heard
Can
yourself,
you see it?
right?
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So can I explain?
Go ahead.
Gotcha. So everybody does not have the same story that this person that you're using as your source. Everybody else has different information. And when you talk about the 5 civilized tribes, they weren't officially given that name until the 1866 after slavery. And back then you had Black slave owners. Half the Negro population was free before 1830. Then on top of that, you can't really use that 5 civilized tribe shit because you had Black slave owners who had Indian ancestry and blood directly. Then you use white mestizos that are a part of the so-called 5 civilized tribes to sit up here and gish gallop victimization Olympics. When these Negroes are the fucking full blood. When you hear names like Choctaw, Chickasaw, Cherokee, Creek, Seminoles, these are not the actual indigenous names. These are corporations started by the Scottish Freemasons. You got the Tigers of Tammany.
When you done, can you do me a favor? Would you mind reading from that book?
Gotcha. I'm going to read an important one.
Not a coincidence. It tells you in the book that they're of African descent.
I trust me, I know.
All right, can you prove the Africanness? Because
The
I got
book.
another author. I got another
let's
author
deal
in the
with that
back
one.
chat.
No.
That
We staying
debunks
on
that
that
African
book.
story shit.
And no. Hold on. Not a coincidence. You're gonna let him skip by
No, hell no.
the names
we're
of the
not
5
skipping by
civilized tribes?
anything, Sean. We're not.
How much? I got like 5 minutes left.
I've shown
So before I
multiple
go here,
sources.
no,
You
no.
haven't shown one, Sean.
Ling.
What source you
Ling.
shown so far, nigga?
Ling.
Yo.
I see not a coincidence bring something, but you didn't.
Ling. You're talking to a
That's
person
not
that
my
don't.
name, bitch, nigga. Sassy.
Ling. I
Sassy.
don't operate without a source.
Sassy, you
So-
don't have any sources.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Sassy, you
not
believe
this
you a
weirdo.
salamander, nigga.
Up
You
here.
believe you a fish frog, nigga.
Okay.
Not this weirdo
So
up here.
okay, Ling. Hold on,
So,
y'all.
Sassy,
Ling.
let's
Hold on,
read.
Ling. Listen.
Sassy,
I get
listen.
that. I just let you run your mouth, and we said nothing the
No, you
entire
didn't.
time.
You kept interrupting, bitch.
No. Okay.
Yes.
Your mother.
No. Hold on, chill.
Your
chill.
mother.
Hold on. No.
Your mother.
Sean, let's embarrass him with his book, please. Don't even feed into that shit.
Yeah, but we still got to deal with the Choctaw, the Chickasaw, and all of that.
Yeah, you're right.
The Choctaw, Chickasaw.
He said
For one,
those are
these are not their
corporations.
actual
They had
names. These are the
their
names that
actual
were
name.
given to them by the Scottish.
See? So now he's saying
You
that
have
the
the
Scottish gave them the
Chata,
names.
Chickasha, Aniawea, Salagi. You have the fucking Miccosukee, Akuni, Hichiti, all these different groups of people that became European corporations. That's what a reservation is. Yes, it is, nigga.
You said that they got their name from people.
Yeah, they got their names from Europeans. Their
So
actual
they didn't
names
have their
are
name before that?
indigenous. They have, I just read it out to you, nigga.
Let's get it.
Aniawea, Salagi,
Show the
Chata,
source.
Chickasha. Nigga, this is how they actually pronounce their actual names. Europeans could
their
not
names is
pronounce
right
their
then.
names.
So
That's
their names is right.
European style names, nigga.
No, the pronunciations don't even matter in this conversation. It's the mid fact that they were
Nigga,
those
that
names.
is. Creek ain't an Indian name. That's a European name.
How,
Seminole
bro?
ain't an Indian name.
How? Prove it. Where's the source?
Seminole's not an Indian name, dumbass
Where's the
nigga.
source?
Hold on, let's just do this.
They're Muskogean.
Can I ask Tyrone a question?
Let me just go ahead, Shy. Ask him a question, but I want him to read.
All right, go ahead, read, Tyrone.
Tyrone, can we want to read? No, look, hold on. We want you to share your screen and read from the book, right? We could just start a page. Go to the acknowledgments and just read that first page, and then that first paragraph on the second page. If you could do that for us.
Which page? The
Where
book that I talked
acknowledgments
about
start?
last time, or this
No,
one that I just showed?
the book that's in your hand. It's Roman numeral 11. It starts acknowledgments. You got the acknowledgments page right there in the beginning of the book.
Acknowledgments.
Yeah, could you share your screen and read that page, and then the first paragraph on the second page?
Can you see it?
Yep.
This book began some 15 years ago while I was working on my dissertation on slavery in the Cherokee Nation. I went to the WPA ex-slave narratives as a major resource for research. I was led down this path by two persons whose scholarship was profoundly influenced my own Theta Predu and Daniel Littlefield in their pioneering efforts. They use the ex-slave narratives to explore the present, the histories of the 5 nations of the American Southeast from the totally different perspective that of the African American members of these nations. Professor Predu's work, Nations Remembered, an oral history of the Cherokees, Chickasaws, Choctaws, Creeks, and Seminoles in Oklahoma, 1865 to 1907, which extensively utilized. What are you laughing about, nigga? That's their English names, nigga. You don't even know their authentic names.
Now keep going.
You just
Tyrone.
debunked yourself.
So
keep going. Nah,
the Cherokees are called Aniawea, Salagi. The Chickasaws is Chickasha, Chata, which is Choctaw, and you have the Muskogees, which are the Creeks, and the Seminoles, which are Muskogee Creeks. Same with the fucking Choctaws. They all speak Muskogean language. So again, 1865. They didn't get their name 5 civilized tribes until 1866.
Just keep reading, bro. Come on.
So hold on, Negro. They didn't get their names during slavery. They didn't get their names until slavery, nigga, after slavery.
That's not what it's saying, but go ahead.
They did not get their names until after slavery. You can Google this shit up, nigga.
Go ahead. Come on, keep reading.
So in 1865 to 1907, which extensively utilized the Indian Pioneer Papers, was influential in the ways that opened up this other collection. So of the WPA first-person narratives as a historical resource, so I decided to start looking at the ex-slave narratives for stories about the Indian territory from the perspectives of the doubtly displaced persons of African American descent within what had become known as the 5 civilized tribes, critical to the effort of Betty Bolden.
Reread that line.
Good night.
Reread that line.
Negro, African American didn't exist during slavery.
Reread that line.
Can you move it over so we can see the
Negro,
whole
you ain't got no evidence. It says African
Reread the
American.
line.
It says African American, dumbass nigga.
All right, can you just read it, bro? Like,
It don't say West African, it say African American, dumbass nigga.
This is your source. Just read it.
So when was this book published, nigga? When was it published?
Why you using it?
We can't see
I'm
it.
using it because it debunks your claims of being West African. That's your claim. You claiming to be West African. Do you want me to pull E. Franklin Frazier telling you your African stories are vague?
Read this book,
You
bro.
want me to pull that nigga's book up?
Pull it. We could deal
Do
with
you
that.
want me to pull up that nigga's book up debunking your African claims?
Can you just read that? Though. Read that again, bro.
Again,
So
it
I
says
decided.
Are you gonna let me talk? I
He wants you
can't
to
think
start it,
with
so I
niggas blurting
decided.
out over
So I
me.
decided.
So again,
So I decided at the top of the
Sassy,
page.
please shut your whole ass up.
So I decided.
Pointel Pro nigga, shut up.
So
Stephen
I
Green,
Started
decided.
bro.
working with Deanna Bailey, nigga.
So
Stephen
I
Green,
A crack
bro.
decided.
dealer.
So I decided.
So you a ex-con nigga?
So I
You a
decided.
scammer?
So I decided. Read it.
So I
Come on. So I
decided to
decided.
start looking at. So I decided, dumbass nigga, shut up. So I decided to start looking at the ex-slave narratives. You think slave means African nigga?
Bro, just
Do you
read,
think that?
Tyrone.
Because we can pull up the other source from
Tyrone,
the
just read,
last
bro.
time we spoke.
You got the floor.
Gotcha. So ex-slave narratives for stories about Indian territory from the perspectives of those doubtably displaced persons of African American descent within what had become known as the 5 civilized tribes. They weren't known as that during antebellum period. Critical to the effort was Betty Bolden, Senior Library Associated for Reader Services of the Burke Library at Union Theological Seminary in New York City, who worked through interlibrary loan to bring us countless rolls of microfilm of these narratives to me. Her diligence and patience played an important role in my being able to bring these narratives to you. I also want to thank Herbert, the microfilm reader on the first floor of Burke Library, within whom I developed an intermediate and enduring relationship. In all seriousness, the administration and staff at the library were always supportive of this often idiosyncratic quest. In addition, numerous librarians and activists at the Newberry Library, the New York Public Library, Butler Library, the Oklahoma Historical Societies, McFarland Library, the John Vaughn Library, Gilcrease Institute, and the Western History Collections all provided support and guidance. A lot of people have shown an interest in these narratives, which helped push me into seeking their publication in this form. Among the first were Taya Miles and Clea Naylor of some African shit I can't pronounce, to colleagues whose dissertations were similar to mine and whose consideration of the value of the narratives prompted me to further research and development. A couple of other colleagues, Eleanor Wyatt and Angela Y. Walton Raji, have worked on similar projects over the years. Their support and friendship have proven invaluable. However, my important contributors have been folks at John F. Blair Publisher. Their vision. Okay, where's the part in the book that you want me to read that proves your argument?
Hold on, you read it already, bro.
So you saying African American? Because that wasn't used
Hold
during
on,
slavery.
Tyrone, you asked the question, let me answer it, right? And then we can address that. But your book is telling you that they're talking about this Indian slavery from the African American perspective. That's what it's
That's
telling
what
you.
they're called when this book was published.
They was called that back then too.
No, they weren't. Afro-American. That thing came about, with Negroes in the Prince
Okay.
Hall thing.
All right, look, Tyrone.
Everybody else wasn't going by no Afro-American. So
Tyrone,
what are you
chill out.
talking about?
All right, chill out. Let me show you something. This is a clip from 1859, the Louisville Daily Courier, right? We just see this real quick. They're talking about sending black people somewhere else. They want to get them out of America. It says, Mr. Doolittle of Wisconsin considered that the two great questions in the progression of the age which cannot be escaped are the Angolan American and the African American. He concluded his remarks by offering a substantial substantiated for the Cuba bill to the effect that 50 million be appropriated to enable the president to purchase in the Yucatan, Central or South America territory on which a free Negro nation can be located under guarantee of the United States. Right?
So,
They wanted to
who is this speaking this? Who is this? Because what is an Angolan American?
this is
African American.
So Angolan is the white people, and the African American.
Oh, Anglo.
No, that says
Not
Anglo,
Angolan,
nigga.
that's
Anglo, and then it says
Angola.
no. I said Anglo. I didn't say.
No, you said Angola first.
No, I did not. I
You
said
said
Anglo.
Angola American. And then you said
I said
African American.
no, I did not, because I said these are the white people. And you have the African. But look, this is 18. Tyrone. This is 1863. You said they wasn't
1863?
Yes.
Ain't nobody calling themselves Africans during slavery.
Yes,
In
absolutely was.
1820, Negroes were already free before 1865.
Brother,
They've been calling themselves Africans.
Negroes were free before 1865. And they most definitely weren't calling themselves no African American in that time.
Sure they did.
Yes, they were.
Hold on, Negro. The only niggas that's talking this African American stuff are Prince Hall Masons, who sold out their Indian heritage to be black and all this other shit.
Tyrone,
at the request of the British.
The only people who are pushing that they wasn't at the request of the British. Only people who's pushing this non-African shit is you Aboriginals who are ignorant to anything about history. Anything. That's it.
You don't know what an Anglo-American is. That's sad. And you can tell niggas don't read by how he reads, which is, I think, is problematic. Like, how are you trying to debate with someone and be scholarly?
Hold on, wait a minute. We're not going to disgallop and skip past his point. Because
he did not skip past
hold on, yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
You said
yes, you did.
Angola.
And we can clip this part where you said Angolan American.
But no, but for real, you're gonna be quiet because I just got up here to be a little messy because I understand why you're bringing Dr. Deanna Bailey's in the mix any kind of way. Like, you don't even have the wherewithal to speak on that lady's name at all. So you really.
Yeah, I do, because she's a government agent. First she was over there saving fucking Ron
Tyrone.
You're gonna shut the fuck up.
You gotta wait.
You don't have nothing to say about a lady who has a PhD and who teaches engineers at an HBCU. You will put respect on that name. Not only that,
I'll be right back.
She single-handedly started a scientific literacy program, a STEM program for children. Not only that, this lady get mad grants. She is published in scientific journals. So until you have even one of those things, you're gonna keep her fucking name out your mouth. That's what you gonna do. Like, you speak.
No, I'm gonna keep my name all over her. I'm gonna keep her name all over. Hold on, because we got her criminal record. We got her criminal record. She's no scholar.
Keep a fucking name out your mouth, bro.
We got her fucking criminal record. She's a government agent.
All right,
she's over here trying to save Ronald Karenga's reputation.
What the fuck that cares? That means she's a boss.
Yeah, it does matter. She's an agent. She's an agent.
Yeah,
she's an agent.
Only talk like that.
Deanna Bailey was brought to us by
to catch your ass. I'm gonna fuck your ass up, nigga.
All right, chill. Let's
do something then.
Yo, shut
I will
up.
do
Shut up,
something, nigga.
Tyrone.
You do something. Go do something for your community and stop getting on YouTube.
What is she doing for the community?
Bullshit. That's what you do. You can't even walk in this lady's shoes, bro. You a whole pussy talking about another woman. Cause so what? She went to prison. A lot of black people went to prison. A lot of us came out to make something great for ourselves for the sake of our people. What the fuck is you doing on YouTube looking like a dumbass?
Wait, she an agent, but
Robin
she went to prison. He's weird.
So weird as fuck, bro.
Your logic don't make sense.
Was running Baltimore.
Go there, don't go there.
She was the boss in Baltimore.
We're gonna leave it
on this lady's name.
We're gonna leave it where Juju left it. We're not gonna keep talking about her. That's just it, Tyrone. Tyrone, do not come off your mic and speak about Dr. Mayat. That's just it, man. We are moving on. We are going back to your bullshit ass claims because the book you showed us was talking about an African American perspective. You said they wasn't
year,
Stop. You said they wasn't using African American at that time. So look, this is 1865.
They weren't.
This is 1865.
1865. They were not
Watch
using
this.
African American as the consensus of
All right, so listen to
did
this.
not agree to that term.
Listen. Now let me read something you need to work on doing. At this point, there is now not much of interest. Quite reigns. Quite reigns. The 25th Corps is embarking for Texas as fast as transportation can be furnished. 2 divisions have already gone. The continual arrival of free African Americans let loose from bondage is now the most striking characteristics of this reign. They have already filled up every camp, barrack, and hut found empty, and their antics would furnish ample subject for the painter's skills. Right? So I can read the whole article, but what they're talking about is, this is Civil War times. The Negroes are running to the Union camps, and they are definitely calling them African Americans. 1865. I don't know what Tyrone is talking about. I could literally do this shit all day.
Gotcha. You finished?
Tyrone, I can ask you like 3 questions,
The whole
bro.
entire consensus of Negroes did not go by African American. That was something that was put into the that was put into something into the zeitgeist by a free.
That's why your mic is messing up.
Hey Tyrone, can I ask you a question real quick?
See there, you keep running.
Tyrone, hold on. Can I ask you a question?
See, that's
Tyrone?
why this is why we know you, pseudo. Because for
Tyrone,
one,
can I ask
most
you a
people
question,
didn't go
brother?
by that term. There was only a few
Tyrone, can I ask you a
Freemason
question, brother?
Negroes. So you lying.
Tyrone, can I ask you a question, brother?
Before you ask your question, can I talk?
Bro, you've been up here for a few minutes. Like, let me ask you a question. We just gonna build.
You can ask your question after I'm done getting on Not a Coincidence. Is that okay with you?
Bro, you're gonna be long-winded.
No, it's not long-winded.
Cutting Ric Flair promos. Relax. Let me ask you a question.
No, I'm not. So why do you keep fleeing from me debunking his African American claim?
You can't debunk any
Yes,
of
I
it,
can.
bro. No,
Juliana, shut up with your Deanna Bailey nut worship. Shut up.
Yo, Tyrone, you're not gonna talk to her like that. Chill out,
Tyrone,
man.
yes. Hold on, Tyrone. We on scholarship right now. Let me ask you a question, Tyrone.
It just,
Go ahead, Sean. Ask your question, Tyrone.
All right, Tyrone.
Let Sean ask the question. Good.
Just follow me, Tyrone. Is Indian a misnomer to you?
American Indian is in the legal books, but if you want to get technical, you go by your specific tribal nation's name, band and clan.
Okay, cool. So,
but as a collective, we go by American Indian because that's what's on the law books, and that's how you're going to get your tangibles.
Okay, so
people don't even like
right,
American.
okay, so before so before y'all agreed to that, was y'all Indians?
Did I not answer your question?
Because I'm trying to understand your logic. Because you're saying that because
this isn't my logic. This is on the United States. This is dealing with Indians on reservations. This is dealing with urban Indians. This is dealing with American Negroes that are lost and don't know who they are.
Tyrone.
Yes.
Hold on, Tyrone. By your logic, you telling Not a Coincidence that because not even on tonight, all the time, you're saying that because you feel like the collective of black people wasn't using African Americans, that they have no African lineage. That's what you're saying, right?
From the perspective of scholars like Franklin E. Frazier debating Melville Herskovitz on the significance of Africanism, he said that most of these Negroes claiming an African lineage is pretty much vague, and only you find little outliers like Martin Delaney or Real Rap who can find an African lineage and prove it on paperwork. But most of y'all can't.
Wait, Tyrone, your logic is because you feel like they wasn't using it as a collective, that they're not African, that they have no African lineage. That's your stance,
They are
right?
not.
Okay,
Unless
cool.
they've
Stay
been
right
living
there.
in the continent,
Wait.
unless they descend from an actual specific tribe.
Brother.
No, you're not.
Wait, Tyrone. So by that same logic, before Indian becomes a thing on paper, you not an Indian by your logic. Why are you not saying that these Indians are not Indians? Because none of them was calling themselves Indians before it was on
Nobody
paper.
was calling themselves Negro. Nobody was calling themselves Orient.
Okay,
nobody was
so
calling
why
themselves
you don't
that.
have that
But
same
the
wait, Tyrone,
European
why you don't have
using
that
these
same energy for Indians?
classifications because we all speak English.
No,
Bro,
wait, Tyrone.
you gotta calm down, man. You have to
Tyrone, you're not
calm down.
understanding what I'm saying. You're saying that because you can't vaguely or commonly find this African American term before it's on paper, that there's no such thing as we don't have no
Shot
African
trying to
lineage.
have a logical conversation with an
There's
illogical
no such
mofo.
thing as an African
Indian is not
American.
wait, Tyrone. Indian is not on paper until like 1870, as far as documentation, as far as the
let me
identity
give
goes.
you this.
It don't even matter
Let me
about
give you this.
documentation, Shot. They were
I'm just
calling
saying. I'm
themselves
trying
what
to
they were
Let me give
calling
you this.
themselves.
So a lot of y'all believe in DNA, right? So Albert Einstein and Adolf Hitler had
Here we go.
sub-Saharan DNA, right? So do you
Uh-huh.
consider
No.
them
No,
African
they weren't.
Who said
Europeans?
that?
Saharan is
Who said that?
that came mostly about in the
No,
70s.
Negro.
I'm mad
Albert
ignorant.
Einstein and
Tyrone,
Adolf Hitler.
No, they did
Oh, I
not.
hate
You have
doing
to
this.
stop
False.
talking over people, man.
Yo,
Please stop talking over people.
yo, Nada C, do you see Eric Quarles
Yeah, he said it
comment?
all the time. He don't believe in DNA, but then he's turning around trying to say that these two people had African DNA. Like, what is it, bro? Y'all
Yo,
can't have
can
it
y'all hear
both
me?
ways.
Now I hear you, Cass. Yeah, he said, look at Eric Calls.
Yeah.
He said, I'm a Cherokee Freedman and Creek Freedman. We are Africans enslaved by Indians.
Don't get him confused with Shizzle.
That Quarles' last name come from Virginia.
Yep. Oh, we know what calls. Ain't that Sister Freedom?
Oh my God. Oh Lord.
I'm gonna bring Tyrone back up, but he seemed like he's the only one brave enough to come around. You know.
Look, one last question for you, Tyrone. One last question, bro. Is Indian a race? In your eyes, in your opinion?
Say that again. Is Indian a race?
Indian a race, in your opinion?
Indian is, if you're familiar with fucking a thesaurus, it's interchangeable. It just means dark-skinned individual.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
All right, cool.
Yeah, it does. Indios.
Hold on.
Indigenous. The root word means dark.
All right, so this is my last question, Tyrone. This is my last question. When we looking at documentation through the years, through the 1700s and 1800s, what makes a person? What's the distinguishing marker that makes a person an Indian and a Negro or a black person in your mind? Why are they making these distinctions between these people? What makes a person a Negro?
There was no distinction because they didn't keep track of their slaves and they didn't care. Hello.
So when they see
what don't you understand?
No, you're making up stuff. You're making up stuff.
Because in that
Yes, you are.
chapter 4, when you
Yes,
try
you
to
are.
get Gallup and filibuster in something that wasn't, they said on the next chapter that they were indistinct. They could not distinguish the Indian from the Negro. Sassy, you want me to pull up the chapter?
You're incorrect. You can't show
Pull up
us
the book
any
that we was talking
information
about last
that
time.
would say something.
Sassy,
Yeah.
pull up the book that we were reading last time because I made a video calling your goofy ass out. So again, let's read that shit.
So you want to go to another source?
Wait, Tyrone. What you saying that your source says that they're indistinguishable? What I'm asking you is, what make a person look at a person back then and say you're an Indian or you're a Negro? What's the distinguishing marker in your mind and from your studies?
For one, bro, they weren't using genetics back then. They were using lookership.
Okay, so what's the
hold on,
distinguishing
bro.
marker?
There's no such thing as a distinguishing marker when
why are they
anybody
making
can have. Hold on, clown, because you over here mixing up DNA haplogroups
I ain't say
with
nothing
how they
about
Nobody
use
is
racial
talking about
I didn't
that.
say
taxonomy
anything
back
about
Answer
DNA,
then.
brother. I'm asking you
question.
what makes them to call somebody an Indian back then, and what makes them call somebody a Negro.
For one, Indian back then and a Negro were interchangeable. Same thing. They all got the same. Why? No, it's not, nigga.
I'm out of here.
Your mother's a nigga.
Your mama
you,
a
bitch.
nigga. Why you keep interjecting? This is why I'm cooking your ass tonight.
You ain't cooking
You're
nothing but
crying over
water. Your
Deanna
rock.
Bailey, who's a government
Cooks and
agent.
crack. That's what you cooking.
No, that's what you do.
Stupid.
Now
bitch.
let's stick to the scholarship than the insults.
You can't
Because you're
even
getting
read.
emotional right now.
You can't even read, bro.
Bitch, you on your period. Go somewhere.
Yo, Tyrone, you don't want to stay here, do you, man? I'm not even gonna keep doing this shit. You're not gonna keep calling out her name, man. Like, we're just not gonna do that. Like, we know
You
you're a
little
little
man
slow.
is giving little man energy. We already
All
know.
right, so real quick, let me intervene real quick. Let's have a moment of clarity together. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a moment of clarity. So, first of all, we know that when they were talking about Native Americans, right? Let's do this. Let's use Dane Calloway's source. Dane Calloway's source said the people were red men, right? What Negro you know is a red man, or would be considered a red man, according to Dane Calloway's source? We don't get that. So why are we playing these games? Talking about Indian was interchangeable with Negro and all of this shit, and you can't even show us that shit. You got a whole book called Black Indians, and in the whole goddamn book is talking about the African Americans who were in Indian territory, who were trying to claim their stake and their claim to the whole Indian shit, but on some old Black Indian type shit. Anytime they put black in front of shit, it denoted people of African descent. Why are we wasting our time? Because Ling Ling is the only brave, stupid person to come up here and lie about something. Because he damn sure ain't nothing but a Siberian Mongoloid who we always listening and talking about.
Yeah,
And then I let it go because I couldn't say nothing. Right? I couldn't say nothing, but I knew Juju was coming to try to defend Dr. Mott and the whole 9 yards and all of that.
You already
Right?
know,
So
bro.
I couldn't say nothing. But he's very disrespectful to the point, right? We don't talk about his sister, who's supposed to be degreed from a lower level school,
Don't matter.
right? We don't talk about her or his fat back mama. We don't waste our time doing none of that, right? We don't sit here and diss your family members. We disrespect you.
Hold on, Sean. Hold on. I caught
No,
you
ain't no hold on, son. I shut up.
I caught you lying. Because hold on.
You heard me lie about nothing.
Hold on, bro. What are the
No,
rules? Black don't mean.
Oh my
You
god,
ain't gonna
damn.
get scallop. You ain't gonna
What?
get scallop.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
we're
what's a
Indians
maroon? What's a maroon?
Hold
Watch this. What's a maroon?
on, bro.
Who are the
I
maroons?
know you lying.
Who are the maroons?
Because maroon.
Who are the maroons, you dumbass
It means
nigga?
run away. It means
Who?
run away.
No.
It means red
Who
skin.
are the?
It means
Who's running
isolated.
away,
It means
dumb
an
nigga?
Indian. So what are you talking about?
Who running away? Who running away, Tyrone?
Indians and Negroes, right?
No, they ain't.
Yes,
Who?
they are.
Who?
What's Drake Mania?
He said Indians and
Nigga?
Negroes.
What's
Where
Drake
the fuck is
Mania?
the Indians running to? Where the Indians running to? Where the Indians running to?
Nigga, they went into the swamps.
Why the fuck are the Indians running into the swamps, nigga? When the Negroes was running in the Indian territory, you dumb
Right, because the
motherfucker.
Indian territory is America. There was no reservations before
This
that. In the
motherfucker still don't know.
colonial period.
Yo,
What's your massive?
yo,
What's the
you
stone
don't know what a
rebellion?
maroon is, bro.
Hold on, you
You don't know.
what a maroon is.
No, you just fucked up.
You lying because black
No,
is a
you just
hyphen.
fucked
Black
up.
is a skin
You
color.
just
You
fucked
lying,
up.
son. You're lying.
You just fucked up.
Lying. You
just fucked up.
You over here struggling on your words, nigga.
Not
I
a
heard the
coincidence.
fear in your
Pull
voice,
up what a
nigga.
maroon is.
I heard the
Pull
fear
up
in
what a
your
maroon
voice
is.
because
Not a
you're
coincidence.
lying. You're
Pull up,
lying.
pull
You're
up what a
lying.
maroon is.
You're
Not a
lying.
coincidence.
Queen Nanny of the
Shut the fuck
Maroons,
up
Negro.
and let him pull it
Queen
up.
Nanny of the Maroons,
Be
Negro.
quiet
The
and let him pull it up.
Seminoles, Negro.
You
The
African.
Pull it
Gullah-Geechee,
up.
Negro.
Here we
The
go. You
Yamasee,
proving my
Negro.
point.
Yeah.
So
You
you're
proving my
lying.
point.
You
You
don't
proving
have
my
a point
point.
because you're
Keep
lying.
talking. Keep
Black in the
talking.
color, black.
You
If
don't
you
know what a
skin black,
maroon
sassy, I
is.
know you yellow.
Yo, not
You
a
ain't
C. Put
black.
this shit on the screen,
I got it.
bro.
I
White
got it. I
skin.
got it.
All right, so let's read
Sean,
it.
your ass
So
is a
let's
red
read it.
bone. What are
What
you
is a
talking
maroon?
about?
I can't see it because I'm driving, not a C. But what is a
I got it.
maroon?
It says
So,
a
Can you
dark
tell us?
red.
Juju got it. Juju, you gonna read it for us?
That was the first one. The second one's to put ashore on a desolate island or coast and leave to one's fate, to place or leave in isolation or without hope or ready escape. Or a person who is a maroon, a black person of the Americas who escaped slavery and formed or joined a free and often secluded settlement, or a descendant of such a person. Especially usually maroon of the West Indies, or what is it, Guyana in the 17th and 18th centuries, or a descendant of such a person, like the Palenques and Quilombos. Those are all maroon communities in the Central and South America. You also
So,
have the
So
maroon
you got
community.
slayed at your own
I'm
source,
not
bro.
done talking, bro. Chill. You also have the maroon communities in Florida. You know, you have Angola, Florida, and other places that don't necessarily have a name, but we know that a lot of those Africans,
They're
especially
not
some of the
Africans,
man,
they're
I'm not
Indians. It just
fucking
said
done,
Indians.
bro.
Tyrone, she
Shut
not
up.
done.
Did
Chill
not
out.
say Indians, you dumb nigga.
Yeah,
It mentioned Indian
you'll
tribes,
find them
fool.
in the swamps of Florida too. That helped a lot of the indigenous peoples who end up coming to Florida. Like they literally band together, but in separate communities, and we know this.
And we have the example of that because in Tampa Bay, there's a specific community that was there that was full of runaways from the Gullah area into Florida that actually partake in built with it natives in that area, or aka Indians in that area. And when the Europeans came, they band together to fight against them. And when they stave them off, they went to two separate communities. And that saying, them black people that was down there with
So
them
I hear your
Indians,
lies in your
they
voice, bro.
created their
Let 'em
own
talk.
I hear
language.
lies.
They created their own language to
Afro-Seminole
communicate.
Creole.
Thank you. So while we're sitting here trying to play this game, we know exactly who the Maroons were. And he wanted to sit here and try to say some fuck bullshit because he heard them. Well, they went among the Indians. Nigga, where the fuck do you think they fled to?
Negro,
They
the
just told you
Indians
black
were
runaways.
enslaved. They were
That's also
enslaved.
quiet. We're
They
trying
were
to
enslaved. So, Sean, you're lying.
That's
You're
actually
lying.
This
So
is the
let's
slow.
go over to what the
No.
Seminole means.
We heard you.
But
We
not
heard
What
you.
Seminole means,
We
Sean.
heard you.
So
We heard you.
that's another
So
thing.
go ahead, Juju.
I think it's interesting that we also can look at Seminole coming from Cimarron and Maroon and say that those words definitely came from the colonizers, and they were to describe a group of people, but they were distinct descriptions. Like they did not convolute those descriptions. Usually it was an African runway that was considered a maroon. And if it was Indian or something that was being because even in the maroon context, they're considered to be like wild savages to, in other theories. But then you have the Indian one, same thing, but they're called Seminoles, Cimarron, same thing. You feel me? So it even has a similar derivative for two different groups of people,
all right, real quick, we got my bad, Sean. We just got Eric Quarles up here. He just jumped on the panel. Lotus did jump on, but we're gonna go to Eric first, and we're gonna let Lotus say something. Go ahead, Eric. You got it.
Hi, Lotus.
Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm Eric Quarles from Wichita, Kansas. Both sides of my family, my dad's side, grandma and grandpa's from Oklahoma. I have a question for the dude that was reading that book. I don't know his name, Tyrone or something like that.
Yeah.
What tribe is he claiming?
Ling.
What tribe is he claiming? And if
hold
so,
on.
what proof?
Hold on, wait.
What proof
real
does
quick.
he have to be making all this claim?
None.
Hold on, I'm gonna bring him back right now. Let's
All
let
right.
Eric.
I'm a mute.
Let's let Eric ask his question and let Tyrone hear it fully. All right, Tyrone, we got a question for you. Eric has a question. Go ahead, Eric. Ask the question again.
Hold on, before you do that, Sean, you know I'm gonna kill you and you.
No, see, look, Tyrone, you have to follow the panel rules. There is a question for you on the floor. Can you answer the question first? Go ahead, Eric.
Yes, sir. Tyrone, man, I got a question for you. You know, I live in the area of those slaves you were just talking about, and my family is a part of that, and we're on the Dawes Roll. My question to you is, what Dawes Roll is your family on?
Right. So, do you have an ID card?
No, the question is what? No. The question is, what Dawes Rolls is your family on, Tyrone?
No, I personally don't have one. I personally don't have one. No.
Say that
Go ahead.
again, Eric. You said that your family is on the Dawes Roll.
Yes, sir. Nabi
Can you
is our
show us
last
proof
name
of
on the
that?
Dawes
And do
Roll.
you have an ID card?
I personally don't know, but my family does. Yes.
So, right. So, why are you getting up here talking about me and my heritage?
Tyrone,
Because I asked you a question, God, and
So
if you're getting offended off of it, you might want to try something else.
Answer your first question, Eric. He's going to mislead us.
Well, hold on. Let me make another statement.
Eric, don't answer his question. Don't answer.
I notice every
Let him
time I
answer
talk
your
to people
question
like this guy here, they always negate the question and come back at you with a question. Everybody that claims to be this, what you're claiming to be, never answer questions. Why is it so hard to answer the question? You answer the question with a question. All I asked you, what was your family's Dawes Roll? That's it. All you got to say is either were you on it or not.
Right.
That's
So,
it.
my nationality.
I didn't ask you your nationality. I asked you, was you on your Dawes Roll, sir? What Dawes Roll are you on? Your Creek Dawes Roll. What's your number? What's your number? Because I can look you up right now.
What is
I can look you and your family up right now.
What is yours?
Mine is 2182 or 8182. We're the Nabi family. NABE.
Right. So, do you have
Rachel
your ID
Nabi
card?
is my great grandmother.
Look, you see how quick that
Do
was?
you have your ID card with these?
No, I don't have my ID card.
Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing, Eric. Don't say nothing, Eric.
Answer the question. Dawes Rolls. What's your Dawes number, Tyrone?
Yeah, everybody weren't on the Dawes Rolls. My family's not on the Dawes Rolls.
So why did you
Then how
just
are
say
you
they
claiming
was?
that?
Hold on. He just
Sorry.
said that they was though. He just said he
And
was.
you did say that though.
I never
did hear
said
you say
my
that.
family is on
You
the
did
Dawes.
say that, my man. That's
No,
why I
I
asked
did
you which
not.
one. Lord, you
When?
said Creek,
Can you
dude.
cite where I said it?
Yeah,
I
well,
never
I
said
can't.
anything about
Most
my
definitely
family
came back
being
to
on the Dawes. I never said anything about my family being on the Dawes. I said my nationality is Muskogee Creek.
Tyrone. No,
Wow.
Tyrone. Tyrone.
Wow.
Tyrone. Time out.
Wow.
Let's let
Eric,
no, hold on, Eric. Stay right there.
We go through this all the time, Eric. But thank you for adding clarity and
Oh
letting
no,
people know
trust me, I
what a
deal with this
Freedman
all the
looks like.
time. All the time.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, we just had a Boley, Oklahoma rodeo. Was you there for that? Because most native Freedmen go there. That's around this area. Okay.
He ain't around the area, bro. He in North Carolina. He in North Carolina,
all
bro.
his life.
Yeah, because I'm tired of people speaking on the Freedmen like they know, and they read a book and then they read the book and don't even show you the whole book. Because I can tell you right now, I got that same book he was reading, and you're not even reading the whole thing.
This a third person that said it.
It's like, come on, man.
Then I see now Eric is coming up here saying about the same freaking book. We all know what the book he's saying.
I got one dude claiming if I can't find African somewhere in my lineage, then I'm not African. It's like, who says stuff like that?
Only idiot abos who don't know. They don't know history.
It's
They
like,
barely know how
I think
to
they
read.
do. I just think they just trying to claim somebody else's history.
No, they don't. They really don't, because if they understood, they wouldn't even be trying to say that they're Abo when clearly they're of African descent.
All right, there's nothing wrong with being African descent. What Tyrone go to? He done ran off, didn't he?
No,
No. We got him on pause real quick.
You gotta put that
Pause that man. Let that man.
to calm his
We're gonna
ass
let him back.
down.
Lotus, what you gotta say, Lotus, before Tyrone come back and go in?
Well, I got maroon up there, right there from my avatar to show and prove. You know that the maroon is just talking about dark red. People didn't call themselves that. And they
Oh
weren't
my
that.
God.
So are the maroon and
All right,
Seminole?
Lotus. Thank you, Lotus, for lying.
Hold on. No,
Please don't down your source.
I mean, because nobody called
Nah,
themselves red. That
let's
was a
look what
name
he's
given
doing.
to them.
No, just look at what he's doing. So, the word maroon, what does it come from? What language does it come from?
No, that's not my argument. Are you saying maroon?
No, but answer the
is
question.
No.
Seminole?
Answer the question.
We want to know
Where
if
do
you
we get maroon
understand.
from?
It's a Spanish word.
It's a Spanish.
Eric,
Correct.
don't give him
So
the answers, Eric.
Lotus is showing
You
us.
got to give it to them.
Watch this.
No,
Lotus is showing us
don't. They need to learn it.
something
Read it.
from a Seneca dictionary, not Spanish dictionary.
Yeah, that's why I said Cimarron, Maroon, Seminole. They are all etymologically connected.
Yeah, it's a Spanish. In Spanish, any language with an ish it's a 19th century correction.
It's a Spanish.
Hey, all right. So Lotus, you're on pause because you ain't bring nothing.
He brought us a Seneca dictionary for.
I probably shouldn't tell them this either, but there's a court case coming up for the Freedmen for the Creek Nation. You know, they kicked the Freedmen out back in 1979, and they've been fighting it ever since. They won the court case the first time, but now they're going back again. So my question to the one cat is he part of that? Because it's the Creek.
No.
So gotcha. I appeared at the Green Corn Festival with Siku. Were you at that?
Oh my God, damn.
Where was that located at, sir? Where was that located at?
You ain't even. It's in South Carolina.
No, I'm in Oklahoma. I'm in
My
Kansas
family
and
is
Oklahoma.
from South Carolina.
Okay.
So what are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and your role that you said you was on and you lied about. That's
Everybody
what I'm
ain't
talking
on a
about.
damn Dawes Road,
Well,
nigga.
then that means you're not
We were the fighters.
recognized,
We didn't
sir.
flee to Oklahoma.
That means you're not
We
recognized.
stayed and fought. What are you talking about?
You're not recognized. Then that's what I'm
Yeah,
talking about. So you can't call yourself
I
an
had
American
the same
Indian. That's what
conversation
I'm
with Mike
saying.
TV. Hold
That's what I'm
on. You
saying.
ain't
So
gonna
stop
get
calling
Gallup.
yourself
You ain't gonna
that.
get Gallup. You're not gonna get Gallup.
Yeah,
So
sure.
hold on, bro, because we can have this debate on Mike TV, and he came to
We
the
can have it however you want, sir.
understanding
I
that
got
all
proof.
Indians didn't get on the
Only
Dawes
losers
Road.
wanna
So what are you
debate.
talking about?
If you didn't get on the Dawes, it would say they was
Bruh,
not
he
on the
said that
Dawes.
I'm
It would
also a
actually
king
say
of
your
the
name.
seas
Listen to what I'm saying.
myself.
It would
So if
say
you
your
want to
name and
challenge
it would say you
me,
was rejected.
go
Did you
ahead.
ever sign up for it?
Go ahead, clown.
I know, just like
That's
you.
See,
not
this
true.
is
Just
why
like he can call me whatever you want,
you
guy.
ain't
I don't get
getting
offended off of that.
information.
I don't get offended off of
Let me
that.
tell you
Wait a
something.
minute, let me Tyrone though. I mean, come on now. Let's do this
He
now.
threw his gun. He threw his gun, bro. He threw his gun. We gotta give him we gotta give him 30 seconds to cool off, bro. He got 30
Oh
seconds.
man, hey, I live for this now. You can call me whatever you want. You know
I
what I
know,
mean?
he always,
Yeah, as long as you don't put your hands on me.
He ran out of bullets. He been through his gun.
Hey, but I'm saying, though, if you are not on the Dawes or you signed up for the Dawes and got rejected, you can look that up. Just like on my mom's side, they signed up for the Choctaw and they got rejected. You can look all that up, sir. So did you ever sign up for it?
Hold on one second, E.
Yes, sir.
So we got Cujo on the panel. What's up, Cujo?
Yeah.
Not a coincidence. I want to go introduce you at all.
Well, Cujo ain't no guest, man. Cujo ain't no
All right,
guest.
Big up, man. Big up, Virginia.
Oh, I'm about to say you about to forfeit your time.
I'm at work, but I'm listening, but I was on the phone. What happened?
Okay, don't worry about it. What's his name? Ling said he went to a green corn festival in South Carolina, and that makes him a Muskogee Creek.
That's right.
Because he showed up at a green corn festival.
When he was talking, he said Negroes and Indians.
It's interchangeable.
Yeah, that's according to him.
That's what he said.
Definitely what he said.
Yeah, he said Negroes and Indians. I mean, but why would you even say Negroes and Indians if they're the same people?
Because he's pseudo.
Yeah.
We've been
And then he gonna say
we've
JB
been
Forbes.
trying to
He gonna
point
bring
that out to
JB
him
Forbes
forever.
up and say the bullshit.
And the whole indigo and indigenous, that's complete bogus bullshit. Indigo and indigenous have no common root, nor do they have it with India. India is a Latinized version of saying Hindi. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Now y'all
You
ready
try
for the
to say
noise?
it means
Man,
dark.
bring on boy back in, man. I'll be ready. I was
I
ready to
want
talk
him
to
to
dude.
yeah, bring him back because I want him to read. This
He
is
gotta read, don't he?
the
And
source
that's
he put up,
where India comes from. That's
and I
true.
Yeah,
want
we
him to
gotta read his book. We gotta go back to chapter 4 where he said we didn't read chapter 4. He finna fuck up again because we got him back on the
He
same
finna dye this
source.
course like they always do.
Come on, Lane, let's read.
Cujo just made a fallacy for the record.
All right, so
What
you just
fallacy?
lied there, Sassy P.
Lane,
Because that's not the only reason why I know that I'm a Muskogee Creek. Hold on,
you ain't
let him,
Sean.
Muskogee
Hold on
let
before
him get
you
20
hold
seconds.
on before
Let him
you
get
be
20 seconds.
anything.
Let him
Let
get
me
20 seconds.
get
Go
all
ahead,
that shit
Tyrone.
that y'all clowns just spewed on the
ain't
damn
Muskogee.
screen.
Lane.
Hold on, let's go for
You went
point
to a
for
corn
point.
festival,
Hold on, I
bitch.
heard everything y'all get gallop tonight. Let's go
Yeah,
point
you
for
get it
point,
today.
Nigga, you
receipt
the only
for
one that keep
receipt.
running.
Hold on, I'm not running anywhere.
You
Sean, you said
fucking
a lot
lied.
of
You
this
be all
gallop. Hold on,
talking
let
and
me
then you
address
start a whole
everything
nother
you
topic.
said.
Then you
Let me
change the
address
source. Then you
every
make up
single
something else.
point you said
No, you
because
ain't.
y'all spewed a
No, hey,
lot of
we ain't got
bullshit
time. We
here.
ain't got
And
time.
even
We
Turtle
ain't got
Boy in
time
the
to eat,
chat
Squeaky. We ain't got to.
even Turtle
Don't get
Boy
mad
in
at
the
Turtle
chat can
Gang.
agree with what I'm
Don't.
saying.
Nah.
Because his ass
Say
is an
his name
Abo
right,
at one
motherfucker.
point in
Don't
time. So what
say
are you
his
talking
name right.
about?
He didn't come up here and disrespect your bitch
Turtle
ass.
Boy.
Say his
Turtle
name
Boy
right.
is an Abo
Bitch,
and he a
No,
Moor.
his
So
name
what are
is
you
Turtle
talking about?
Gang,
Y'all talking
nigga.
about Turtle Gang? He
No,
came
we
down to
calling him
Oklahoma.
Turtle Boy because he a rat. He a snitch.
Turtle
No,
Gang came to
you
Oklahoma.
see
In
what I'm
This
Oklahoma.
saying,
is
yo.
off
See, there we
protocol.
go. There we go. See, not a coincidence. That's why I ain't want to let him go, bro.
Turtle
See,
Gang came to Oklahoma.
exactly. We know he did, bro. He everywhere. He
I told him he should.
everywhere when it's a big shit.
I told him he should have hooked up with me. I could have took him. You know what I mean? I told him should have come down the right time in Bowley. Yeah,
Come on, man.
So look,
God dang, this ain't hard, bro.
this ain't
This ain't
hard.
hard.
But
see,
he
We know
I
our
does
think,
people.
this.
I
Listen,
think,
we know we got people connected to the natives, bro. We
right, and
know people
I
were
think a lot of them
enslaved by the
dudes,
natives.
is getting confused because we're talking about being a citizen and actually blood. Hell, you could be a citizen of the nation and not be blood. You know what I mean? That's what the Freedman thing was about. It wasn't about blood. It was you own slaves. Now you got to give them citizenship. That's just point blank.
Eric, you
Just like
see,
the United States owned slaves, they had to give those African citizenship. That was it.
yeah, Eric,
That's the retribution.
you seen the article I read from the Charles Davis earlier,
Uh,
where he was talking about that. Like there was some Negroes that mixed with Indians, but then there was others that wasn't. But all was supposed to get a lot of land just like they was Indian. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
That's all it
And
is.
paid. And
And
paid. Don't
paid.
forget
and
that
pay. Yeah,
300,000.
yep.
Don't forget that 300,000.
Yeah, they
And
got
just
paid for those slaves. Yeah, or for I mean, when I say my people's literally a part of that, we're literally a part of that. Like
mhm.
we're fighting right now in court to get back put on there because they trying to keep that money for themselves. And then you got these dudes talking like we trying to get free money, and it's like, how's it free if you owned my slave? I mean, own my ancestors.
yeah, it's not free nothing.
Ain't free nothing.
This is
Yeah.
unpaid wages.
That's all that is, man. Give my people our money and our land back. Hell, if anything, we gonna make y'all richer.
And then all types of other opportunities we might have missed out on just because of
Man, you better look it
Hey,
up.
but
You
this is
bet
a
your
great point. Hold on, but this is a great point because every time we argue with the Abos, it is never about them in anybody's courts fighting for land or resources. They are they don't even give a F about land or resources, bro. All they claiming is the identity of someone that they ain't. This brother Eric just came up here and just said, "Man, we fighting for our land and that money that they owe us."
Hey man,
And we
you know
know
what? Let me
it.
tell you how scary it was back in the days with my grandma and them. They could even claim to be that because people would start plotting on you to get you out of there or try to find out that you're not native or whatever the case may be. Like it's a lot going into that for them dudes just to be freely talking like that, man. Like people died over that, literally. That Tulsa, Oklahoma stuff had nothing to do with that dude touching that little girl. It had a lot to do with we had land and them white folks wanted it, and the Indian folks that was agreeing with the white folks.
Yeah, there's a lot of hating going on.
A lot of hating, man. There still is a lot of hating.
And
Yeah.
nobody ever talks about how Tulsa was back up and running like 5-6 years later. It
Nah,
just
they
wasn't owned by the
they don't want to
same
talk about that.
That's
Nah.
true.
And they don't want to talk
Yeah,
about there's still black towns there with a black mayor and everything.
yeah. It was
So
right
hold
back
on,
in
y'all.
the
I wanna bring Tyrone back because I want to get back to this source that he keeps bringing up.
Yeah, bring him
Man, he
on
gonna
in.
divert us. Yeah,
I
bro.
know.
We gotta read it though.
Bust
I'm gonna try.
it open, man.
Okay. We're
Come
gonna
on.
try it one more time. One more time.
Yeah,
Come on,
let me go
Tyrone.
grab. I'm at this laundromat, so I'm gonna grab my clothes. I'll be back.
Okay.
Back.
Tyron, let's go. We're reading the source.
After this,
Come
we
get
gonna
out.
go for point of your pseudo. You ain't
Tyron,
gonna
let's
flee
read
from
your
it.
source.
Tyrone, this is
Got
your
you.
book.
I put plenty of sources in the back chat, Sean.
All right. Listen, Tyrone, this is something you wanted us to read. Remember when you said that the
I
what
said
did
go
you
to
say?
chapter 4.
Hold on, you
We
said
on
the
chapter 4.
Tyrone, didn't you say that
I
the
said go to the
Negro
beginning of chapter 4, from where you tried to get galloping, they were making distinctions.
Tyrone. I hear you keep saying that the Negro is unquestionably Indian, right?
Yep.
So this is the page where it says that. Could you read this
Now
for
let's
us?
go to the first chapter, because last time y'all said let's get the full context.
What you
Yes.
said? Go to where are we going, Tyron? Are we going to
brother,
chapter 4
you
or
over here
are we going to
into-
chapter
no,
1?
No. Stop right there, because let's recap what happened last time. Because
We don't
last
need a
time when
recap. We already replayed the recap.
Sean,
We replayed the recap. We don't need another recap.
No, we're not
You lost your
doing that.
point.
We're not doing that today. We're not
You
doing
don't
that.
you don't
We
no
are
you don't
not
dictate
doing
the
that,
circum the
Sean.
fucking
Let's
you don't
recap what
dictate the
happened
terms.
last time. Last
Bro,
time,
you do not dictate the terms.
No, we're not gonna get Gallup like
You
that.
do not
So,
dictate
no, we're not
the
gonna get Gallup.
terms.
We're not going to get
You
Gallup and
don't
cherry pick.
dictate
We're
the
not gonna
terms.
cherry pick like
The
you
only
did.
cherry
Hold
picker
on.
is you.
That's
You
you.
just told not a
That's you.
coincidence to
That's
read
you,
chapter
Sean.
4, and
That's
now
you.
you're running from chapter
That's you,
4.
Sean. That's
So
you. Now,
so what are we reading, Tyrone?
Are you gonna keep
What are we
blabbering?
reading,
Are you gonna
Tyrone? What are we
blabber?
reading? What
Are you gonna blabber?
page?
Let's go to the beginning of
No.
the chapter.
That's what
Like
the
you
fuck I
tried
just
to
said,
do
nigga.
last time.
Look,
Yo,
hold on.
not a coincidence.
Let's
Go to the
read.
beginning of chapter 4.
Hold on,
So
but look,
right here, we on it.
hold on, chill out.
To
No.
arrive at any knowledge of the
Stop. First, Tyrone, I need you to give us 10 seconds of why are we even reading this? Tell us why we're reading.
The reason why we are reading this, because you tried to cherry pick that they were making distinctions when they weren't, and they could not differentiate between the Indian or the alleged African Negro. They didn't, because they didn't count them. They didn't care about the ethnicity of their slaves.
That's because they was mixed.
No, they weren't.
They were.
They weren't.
There's no way you can't tell the difference between the two
They were
guys.
not mixed. Okay, so they were raping on Africans before they came over here?
They was what?
No. So you're saying that they were raping on Africans before they terraformed the African over here and brought about a great replacement of drapetomania dysthesia Indians, runaway disease Indians, right? You saying that they were mixed.
We gotta read the source, yo. We gotta read the source. Can we read the source? Hold on, everybody free.
So let's read. Let's read chapter 4.
Yeah,
Why are you moving?
Let's go.
Why are
Let's
you
go.
moving the goalposts?
Read. No, not a coincidence.
Go back to chapter 4.
I was just looking at something.
Beginning of chapter 4.
What are you doing? Not a coincidence. Go back.
Yo, listen, Tyrone.
The beginning of chapter 4. Not a C.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna kill him right there in the first couple lines. But
kill me how?
Listen, that's why I said. That's why I said let's go to the beginning of chapter 4.
Yeah.
You said it don't make no distinctions, right? You said it.
Nigga.
You said. All right. So we shouldn't expect no distinctions. Let's go. Read it, Tyrone.
So to arrive at any knowledge of the exact number of Indian slaves in any of the English colonies is impossible. census reports and other vital statistics are infrequent or lacking, especially in the early colonial period, and often in such statistics as are extant Indian slaves either receive no mention or are classed with Negro slaves without distinction.
Hold
Do you
on,
understand?
pause. Read
Do
it
you
again.
understand?
Read it
You couldn't
again.
have just read that, man. You couldn't have comprehended that.
Read it
Do you
again.
understand, Sean?
We do.
It's not talking
Do
about no
you?
Africans.
Read it again. Read it
Hold on,
again.
Sean. Sean.
You said it wouldn't
Sean.
make a
Hold on.
distinction. Read it
Hold on. This
again.
is what kills you.
Oh,
This is what
wait,
kills you right here. Hold on. Because if we
wait.
apply, because if we cross-reference and we nah, nigga, you ain't gonna flee from this. You not gonna flee. You not gonna
Read
flee.
it again.
You not gonna flee. I'm gonna read it to you.
I bet.
Hold on, Sean. I will read it to you. I will
Please
read it
read
to
it
you.
again.
But let me tell you something. You're not gonna get shallow. Jack D. Forbes says Negro don't mean African.
You're not
So
reading
Again,
Jack.
let's
you
go back
cannot
in here,
use Jack
and I
D.
put that shit in the
Forbes.
back chat
You
too, by the
cannot
way.
use Jack D.
Let's read.
Forbes
Okay, now
to
go back to
speak for this
the
source.
not a coincidence. Go back to the top
I'm at the
to
top.
arrive at
He's at the top.
any knowledge of the exact number of Indian slaves in any of the English colonies is impossible. Census reports and other vital statistics are infrequent or lacking, especially in the early colonial period, and often in such statistics as are extant Indian slaves. Either they received no mention or are classed with Negro slaves without distinction. Do you understand?
Pause. Now, what did it
Negro
just
Oh,
slave.
say
so you
right
gonna say
there?
African? You gonna try and
No,
say
it said
Negro mean African?
Read
listen,
that part
bro.
again, please.
Listen. It
So is
says
you filibustering in that it means African?
hold on.
Is that what you're trying to do?
Hold Ling, hold the fuck on, bro. I'm trying to get you on the same page with the source. The source is telling you that the Indians, right, what they could or could not determine were then classified with the Negroes. That's a distinction between two groups of people.
That's not a
It's telling you.
distinction,
Yes, it
Sassy.
Yes,
is.
No,
Message.
it isn't. Okay, so let's pull up the PDF of Jack D. Forbes, Negro
No, keep
Indian.
reading.
No.
No,
Pull it
you
up so
don't
he
know
can
how to
read it, and we can show him that
cross-reference.
he was lying.
You don't know how
No.
to cross-reference,
You
nigga.
can't
Hold
Come
use.
on.
You
on.
Hold on. Look
can't
at the say in the
use
back chat.
Jack.
Look.
That's not how you cross
Hold
reference
on,
the
y'all.
Yes,
source.
it
You
is,
gotta use
nigga.
this
Look.
You
source's
use one
source.
source and use
This is
another.
exactly
Dumbass
why I
nigga.
No,
didn't
you
want to
have
go
to
to
use the
Yes.
source that he's using.
Dumbass. Yes, it is,
This nigga don't.
dumbass.
Bro, all
Okay.
right, hold on real quick.
Okay, the
I'm
contest. Hold
gonna
on.
let you
Let me read
confuse the fuck out of people. I'm not gonna let you confuse the fuck out of people.
People, that is not how you cross-reference. You have to take this guy's source and cross-reference him. What did he use to make that determination to come to that conclusion? What data? So you have to cross-reference the data that was used to substantiate his position in the first paragraph of this book. You don't go to a whole nother author that's writing a whole nother book about a whole nother argument and conversation. That is not how that shit's done. You have to use the information provided by the goddamn source.
And when you cross-reference the source that's using the source, you either substantiate it or you refute this motherfucker with his own goddamn source.
Which is what we're doing in Ling Ling. It is the same demonstration we're doing with Ling Ling. Ling Ling made a claim. Ling Ling brought a source. We use Ling Ling's source to refute Ling Ling. Ling Ling clearly didn't understand that his source continues to make distinctions between
Indians and the Negro. He just said it again in his same goddamn book that we read to him a few weeks ago when I was leaving a restaurant and the motherfucker acted like he couldn't comprehend then.
So now we really know there's a comprehension problem the minute that he doesn't understand that for the Indians
that they couldn't determine, they labeled or classified them with the Negroes.
Goddamn, Ling Ling.
All right, so you finished,
That nigga been
Brandon?
talking the whole time.
That nigga been talking the whole time. Now let's go over sources because your dumb ass don't know how to cross-reference. You didn't even bring up a source to
Apparently
prove
you
that
don't.
Negro African. You should
Apparently
bring
you
up
don't.
sources to prove Negro means African.
Apparently
So let's
you
bring up.
don't.
Hold on. No,
No, we're
Negro, because
still
you just
reading this
talked.
source, Ling
Not
Ling.
Quincy,
You
did you
have
not
to
put
go.
me
You,
on mute?
Ling Ling, you're
So
not
you just get to go
done.
on a rant
You're
in a
not
tangent without
done.
showing.
Ling Ling, you're not done.
Look,
What is
Sean,
your references
Sean, I put him in the
source?
back. I put him in the back. But this is exactly why I didn't want him to read from the beginning, because this whole thing was Negroes is unquestionably Indian. That's so I want him to just read that part. You know what I'm saying? I did not want
He fucked up.
we can't even get through the, you know what I'm saying, the first couple lines without him doing this shit. Like that's why I
Not a
just
C. No. Maybe I'm tripping. But we're reading this together. All of us. It's not just me. It's Eric is here. Unless Eric dropped off because I know he was doing some shit. Lotus is here. He ain't said a goddamn word. Juju is here. And Cujo is here. And what's fucked up is Lotus. Every goddamn time you agree with some bullshit, you open your motherfucking mouth and you say something about that fuck shit. Now all of a sudden, we're reading this goddamn source together, and what the fuck your pussy ass do? Be the fuck quiet. Now you want to be quiet, nigga, because you knew that shit clearly made made a distinction right there that separated two different people, and you did not want to admit it. The integrity and the audacity of your fucking Uber eating delivering ass. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro.
What? Hey, I agree with Lee.
Nah, exactly.
So,
You see this
so
pathetic
Lotus.
shit? No, you
Yeah,
don't agree
Lotus,
with
you
Ling
agreeing
Ling,
with
nigga,
Ling
because you
Ling source?
laughing.
You agreeing with Ling Ling source? Because this
Yes,
is
that
the part I
Negro and
want him
Indian
to
are
read.
one and the same. Yes, I agree.
So why the source don't say that?
Tyrone, can you read this right here? Yes or no?
Am I allowed to talk?
No, you could read. Can you read this? And then you could talk.
All right. So I don't want no interruptions and I don't want no rants and blocking.
All right, if you don't want any interruptions, you can't interject. You
Man, you can't give us the rules of engagement, nigga. Read the goddamn source.
Yes, I can, because you haven't disproved what I said.
Tyrone, once you say anything that's not on the page, you're opening it up for people to say something to you. So you could read without any interruptions, but if you add on to what you're reading, you're gonna get a backlash from it. So go ahead, read.
Backlash from what?
If you
So
add
I'm gonna
on,
read, okay, as a result of the intermingling of Negroes and Indians, which came about when the coast tribes dwindled and the small number of remaining members moved inland, associated and intermarried with the Negroes until they finally lost their identity and were classed with that race. A considerable portion of the blood of the Southern Negro is unquestionably Indian. 19th Annual Report of the Bureau of American Ethnology, 1897-1898, page 233. It was these mixed bloods as well as pure blood Indians to which the statutes referred by the terms Indian slave and musty or misty slaves. Occasional mention is made in colonial newspaper of slaves of the mixed red and black races. Weekly American Weekly
Tyrone,
Mercury,
stop. Hold on, Tyrone. Hold on, Tyrone. Tyrone, hold on. Start over again.
I don't want you interjecting. I didn't give you permission to.
it's not
You just had a whole 5 minutes to rant.
I'm asking
You had a whole
to start
5
over where
minutes
you
to
started from.
rant.
I need you to
So
start over.
I need you to shut up and let me talk.
You just debunked yourself, and I'm trying to get you to.
Yourself.
I'm trying to get you to start over and read where you began.
Let me tell you how stupid your dumb ass sounds.
Who did the Indians mix with, Tyrone?
Themselves, motherfucker.
No, it didn't.
So
It said they
again,
mixed with the Negroes. It said
themselves,
they mixed with the Negro. No,
themselves.
why would
Okay,
they?
what does Negro
Why would
mean?
it make?
Hold on,
Listen.
Sean.
Okay,
What does
no. You
Negro
made
mean?
you said the book was not going
What
to make distinctions between two people,
what
and then you
does
just read
Negro mean?
again.
Hold on,
You
brother.
just read
Hold
again,
on,
Tyrone.
hold
You
on.
just
I don't
read
want to hear
again that
you
the
yell and
Indians
rip your
mixed with the
damn.
Negro. Yo, Tyrone, I am asking
I don't
you
want
to
you to rip
read it
your
again
non-existent hair out
because
your scalp.
we
I don't
deserve
want you to throw a
clarity.
temper tantrum
Tyrone,
and raise your blood pressure like
Tyrone,
last time.
we
Now
deserve
let me read.
clarity. Tyrone,
Let me
we
decipher what Negro
deserve
means.
clarity. Tyrone,
Gotcha,
tell us
gotcha. So
who
does
the
Jack before to give you
Indians mixed
clarity?
with.
So
Tyrone, who did the
themselves,
Indians mix with?
themselves, Europeans. It didn't mention
No.
Zambo.
Tyrone, what did
It
the
did not
source
mention
say?
Zambo.
Tyrone,
Tyron,
what did
does
the source
the
say?
say?
The source says as the result of intermingling of Negroes and
And
Indians, which
stop.
hold
Pause. What does intermingling mean to you
on.
between Negroes and Indians? What does that mean to
They
you?
are interchangeable.
That's not what that
No.
means,
Yes, they
bro.
are,
Nigga, you
fool.
just got
So
slaughtered
what
by
they
your
Oh
did,
my
own
do
God.
source.
you not understand how they got rid
You
of the
died by your
Indians and made them
source.
white and made them
Does not
black?
fit your narrative
Yes, it
whatsoever.
does,
Give
fool.
up the ghost,
Yes, it
bro.
does.
Straight
Because look at
food,
your
nigga.
data. Look at your data.
Food.
Not that many Bantus got brought over
Food.
here. So you're lying.
You getting
4%
tossed
of
around like a pack
Negro.
of orcas
Only
with a dolphin.
4% of them
What a
slaves
great
were
white
Bantu
as getting
males.
ate up.
Over 4%
Ate up.
of those slaves
So
were
real quick,
Bantu males.
Died.
real quick. So Tyron doesn't know what intermingle means, right? It's a verb, right? It says
They
intermix. So
miscegenated, nigga. That's
look,
what
it
they
says
What? Themselves, nigga.
hold on, no,
And whites.
You can't
That's not what your
intermix.
source said. Bro,
So
did
a
your
four
source say
percent.
that?
So you're claiming that there
Okay,
was a
I'm
Mixed
sorry.
Bantu
together.
increase
Go
at
ahead.
4% of people bringing Brock
So
over here?
Okay, now
look.
you're making that
So
up.
you
So
don't
Stop
make
mixed
any
trying to
together.
sense.
When we
making it
go
up.
back to the source, it
That's
says
not made
as a
up.
result.
That's on your
Your source
PBS
doesn't
article.
say that.
That's
Let
what
me read
Henry
it.
Louis Gates
Let me read what that
says.
says.
That's what the
Terrible.
As a
experts
result
say.
of the
So you're
intermingling of
lying.
Negroes and Indians,
So let's go
which
back and
came
read.
about when the
As
coast
a
tribes
result of
dwindled and
intermingling
a
of
small
Negroes
number
and
of
Indians, which
remaining
came
members
about
moved
when the
inland,
coast tribes
associated
dwindled.
and intermarried,
Hold on.
miscegenated with the
Lotus.
Negroes until they finally lost their
Hey,
identity
you
and
dude
were
is slow, man. Dude is slow.
cast with that
Lotus. I
race.
got a Lotus. Do you agree with Tyron? Do you agree with Tyron's comprehension of what we're reading?
On what part? What part? I missed a little bit.
You couldn't admit we read it a couple times.
He over
The
there
whole
arguing me
thing.
about etymology. He's committing etymological
So
fallacy in
look,
the private chat, so he can't answer me.
Tyron, look. I mean Lotus. It says so tell me what this means to you. As a result of the intermingling of Negroes and Indians.
Two different people.
So is that saying two different people mixing together?
I mean, of course, the sentence is saying Negroes and Indians for two different people.
That's what your comprehension skills is telling you, right?
Oh my god.
Whether you believe it or not, we're just talking about what it's saying.
Right? I mean, you gotta look into it.
No, whether you
But
believe, we're just
are they
talking about
saying
what
when
that.
there's
Go ahead.
when they're saying Negro, they're not talking about people from Africa. When they're saying Indians, they're not talking about people from Africa.
We're not talking about people from Africa. We're talking about, are they saying two different people mixed together, Negroes and Indians?
That's the mixing of the people that are in the islands.
No.
and the people on the
Stop. Why are
mainland.
you adding on? All we want to know is what this means. When it says intermingling of Negroes and Indians, is that the intermingling of two different people?
All I'm saying is, according to what I've been told that happened, It's the mixing of people in Central America and the islands. I don't know why you keep telling me not to say
We
that.
not
What I've been
no,
told.
because it doesn't say that in a sentence. That's what we're talking about.
Ready
What the
for connection.
sentence is saying. That's what we're talking about.
Bluetooth connection.
When it comes to Negro, that's what I've been discovering. Yeah, it's coming from Negro.
Do you understand my question, bro? It seems like you don't
Yeah.
understand my question.
Yeah, I'm telling you why they are the same. Yes.
All right,
when you
no.
see Negro Indian,
So you're saying that this sentence is saying that they're the same.
They're the same people as in they're from this part of the world. Yeah.
No.
It's
If
not
that
saying
was
that.
the case, the source would have specified that, and it didn't. It's clearly
differentiating.
making
It's differentiating
distinction.
Islander and Central Americans.
Yo, hold on, Eric.
from
Your
North
mic
Americans
is
and
messed
Canadians.
up, Eric.
That's why Misty is mission.
No, Lotus.
And Misty, one of them is representing up there in Canada in the East Coast, and the other one is representing in
It's
Central
not
America.
talking about none of that, bro.
It literally look, let's read it. It says, as the result of the intermingling of Negroes and Indians, which came about when the coast tribes dwindled and the small number of remaining members moved inland, associated and intermarried with the Negroes, until they finally lost their identity and were classed with that race. It's like, what more? It's literally saying the Negroes and Negroes and Indians intermarried so much that they ended up becoming Negroes because of the intermixing and intermarrying. Like, they're not the same people.
Hey, Lotus, this sounds like denial at this point. I mean, you're sitting here looking at the information, bro.
You know Lotus is gonna fight it, bro. Lotus is gonna fight it because he is not
being
gonna.
right all the time, man. It's not about
Lotus
being
is
right,
gonna
bro.
fight it, bro.
I mean, you're
I
fighting.
just asked them. I asked them, what is it? This paper saying? Not even. You don't even have to believe it. Let's just talk
All
about
right,
comprehension.
let me give you this soliloquy, not a coincidence. So in
Here we go.
Asia,
No. Hold on.
No. Because you tried to say
At
that.
one point, you have to agree. You have to agree with what intermingle
because
means.
did you not promise me after I read this shit I could talk, right?
No, you can't.
Yes.
No, we
Yes,
said
he
the only
did.
time you can
Yes,
talk is
he
when you
did.
read,
So,
nigga.
not a
We said the only
coincidence.
time
So
you
if
can
you're
talk is
trying
when
to
you
make
read.
the speech,
No, we told your bitch ass the only time you can talk is when you read. Nigga, you ain't reading. Shut the fuck up. You ain't reading. Shut the fuck up.
As I was saying,
The moment that you don't agree with you don't intermingle with yourself. We keep saying that. That you might so you're masturbating at that point.
Oh God.
is that what you're doing? You're saying that these people were masturbating with themselves.
That is not what intermingling means, bro. That means, Tyrone, if you throwing a neighborhood you throwing a cookout
with your family, and me, not a coincidence, Juju with them little bitty ass shorts on and a halter top, and goddamn it, melanated, and who else on here? Eric and Cujo, and we pull up, right? We pull up on some Boys in the Hood shit. We pull the fuck up to a barbecue that you're having, and we begin to intermingle with your people, your family members. Like, hey, what's up? How you doing? We get to intermingling with your people, nigga. That's what intermingling is. We're complete opposite. We have no connection to one another. But then we start to get to know each other. That's intermingling. It's like the first day of school, nigga.
when you're a kid on a playground. You don't know no goddamn body.
But in order to break the ice, your teacher start making all y'all intermingle with one another so that y'all can learn each other and become friends. That's what the fuck intermingling does. Why are we acting very uneducated about this word? Talking about it means that they were playing with themselves. No, they wasn't.
The whole goddamn the whole babies would be retarded, nigga. If they were themselves, the whole goddamn tribe is retarded. Which I'm starting to think your mother and father intermingled with each other, and they were related, and fucking had your retarded ass looking like a goddamn Ninja Turtle. So, with all this being said, Tyrone, we need to read the rest of this chapter because you said that in chapter 4, this chapter was not making distinctions. It is clearly talking about the Indian and the Negro being one and the same. And we need to see in this chapter, in your source, once again, if that determination is being made, we need to get clarity. And we're affording you an opportunity to get clarity on your source if you read. We didn't ask you for your goddamn opinion. Not a coincidence said you can only talk if you're reading. So you got to read the goddamn source because you brought it to us. Now we don't want to sit here and say you dumb as fuck and you don't understand shit. We want you to read it for yourself and see if you figure this shit out.
All right, are you done with your little rant?
Go get your sister, brother. Let her read for you.
Are you done with your little pea brain rant? Now, in Asia,
hold on before you go. Hold on. Yo, Callie, what up, Callie? I'm sorry.
What's happening, fam?
Not much. We back on the same source. We back on the same source we was on the other day, Callie. You ready for this shit?
Night 2.
Yeah. Not night 2. This is like night 10. But but Callie, that's where we are. So I'm about to bring Ling Ling back, and we're about to read this shit again.
Are you talking about Chinese Ling Ling?
Yeah. Ling Ling with
the He's Chinese.
Yeah. So Ling Ling, you ready? Let's read.
So Sean, you're not getting me to read until you let me have my 5 minutes to debunk everything you just said.
Before you say this, Ling Ling.
I did your commands.
No.
So you're not going to get gallop and filibuster and insult me.
Bro, what kind of delusion?
You're delusional. What are you talking about? So you want me to respect whole ass niggas that's cussing me out, but I can't rebuttal.
Oh yeah, because
that's bias.
So that's what you're gonna get, bro.
That's bias.
You've been disrespectful.
You pseudo, not a coincidence.
You pseudo, bro.
So now am I allowed to talk, Negro? Am I allowed to talk,
bro?
So in Asia, hold on, because here's how we know you go. Here's how we know you special needs, Sean. Here's how we know you special needs, and you rode the school. You rode to the alternative school on the short bus, Negro. So shut your mongoloid ass up, Sean. Your ass like a fucking slug, Negro.
You're not
like a goddamn Australopithecus.
You're not African descent at all.
You a goddamn yellow ass motherfucker. Shut the fuck up, bro.
You are literally from Asia.
Nigga, you are literally from Africa. You are African monkey.
You are not one of us.
That nigga think that I'm
you. You're a fucking yellow gorilla. You are albino gorilla, motherfucker.
Not even African. It's not American at all. It comes from China.
Really? Do you have evidence on my genealogy?
You are Chinese.
Give me your evidence of my genealogy. Tell me about my genealogy.
You already told us, and your name is Chinese.
That is one of my ancestors, but not all of my ancestors. Okay, what are the rest of my surnames? Tell me. I'm on the Southern Claims Commission, and I could get my reparations. Sean, you get your reparations, Sean? I can. I found my ancestors on Civil War.
Sean. You nigga, you fucking black ass motherfucker.
Right. So in Asia, do they not have Negritos and Native Mongoloids? Can they say Negritos are Africans?
Tyrone,
no, they
read
can't.
the motherfucking
so you're
source.
Retarded, bro. You're autistic.
Your mama retarded. Now, is this nigga gonna read this source or
why
not,
do you
bro?
keep saying Mongoloid? That's not the name of the race of that people, man.
Hey, because he's a Mongoloid. He's related to Mongoloids, Eric.
Oh, that's what he's saying?
He's really part
Asian.
Well, I mean, if he's Native American, he would be.
He's
He ain't Native
Asian, but
American.
not that Asian.
Yeah, because them folks came from Asia.
Let them tell it. They are indigenous to this land, and they how shall I say, evolved on this land. Yeah, no, it is hilarious. It's wild.
And even though all the evidence says different,
all the evidence says different.
Look, I'm not trying to be funny. This dude already told us that his dad is Chinese. This dude has a Chinese last name. And he comes in here being disrespectful to Native Americans and to African Americans and over here trying to stir up this nonsense of this absolute bullshit.
Shut up, Kelly. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Kelly. Kelly, I ain't fucking Chinese, Kelly. Kelly, my mama is a motherfucking Chickasaw of Moscow Creek. Kelly, my mama is Muskegon Creek, Kelly.
Can I read this comment from
Walona? Shut up,
Walona been
shut up,
funny.
big kitty Juju. You don't fucking know me, Juju, running around here.
Dry cleaning with your speaking spell ass.
Fuck you, Juju. Fuck you, Juju. That's why I don't even like your ass. You ain't even got a really big booty. You got a booty, but not a big one. Yo, that's how that nigga sound up here crying like a little.
You ain't even gotta talk about my booty either, Sean. Damn.
Yo, let me show y'all something real quick. Yo, look, let me show y'all something real quick. So this smoke signal, he live right now, right? Look, check this out.
I'm about to go over there.
I want y'all to peep this real quick. It says it's 1,400 people watching, right? Now I'm not a hater.
1,400 people.
Look, watch this.
Nah, that's a bot.
Listen,
Go
just
over
watch.
there, man. Come on, go over there.
Just watch. Hold on. Watch. Y'all see
finna
where
show
I'm
you
at?
that it's not.
You see where it says participants right here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, if there's 1,400 people in the chat, I mean, watching, it should be a lot of.
He's buying subs, bro. He's buying viewers.
Look, this is
chat's not even moving.
Hold on, stop. This is all the people in the chat. 1, 2,
That's
3,
a fact.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
I saw this yesterday.
12. And now somebody left, but it's not a lot of people in the chat to be.
No,
to be
he only has about
1,500.
15, 20 people.
That's
he only has like
wild.
15, 20 people participating. And yesterday it said he had 1.1.
It's very easy to spot a cheat. You know what I'm saying? This is easy.
Oh wow.
Right? This is really
like his chat room doesn't move for hours. I saw that yesterday. I said, well, damn, it said if you got 1.1K watching, it should be flying by quickly. Like I've seen people who
the chat
even if you're Dan Calloway, like the chat room is just flying by.
Mm-hmm.
His just stays stagnant for hours. Yeah, that's what I noticed. I noticed it yesterday. I said, oh, this dude's cheating. He doesn't have that many viewers. He said he's literally buying viewers to try to make himself look good, to try to grow his channel that way, so he can get to the scam game too. So this is all about scam.
Yo, we are our organic channel over here, right? We build from the ground up. So share and like the video. If you're watching, please subscribe. And that's how we do it.
Nah. You telling me that this nigga spending his Social Security money?
He's spending some money because he don't
He's
work.
spending unemployment. You got to remember. I said Social Security. My bad. His disability check. Because remember, he went to jail. He went to jail, and when he got out of jail, was fucked up. He got his ass beat in there. Ain't qualified for the bullshit.
But y'all see how many participants is in there with 1,400 people. We barely got participants. That shit is crazy.
That's how they do, bro. This
is a list of people.
What Ling get? Ling, is you gonna read? Because the only way you talk around me, nigga, is if you reading. I don't want to hear shit about your opinion. I want you to read your source, nigga. I want Nada C to put it back on the screen, and I want you to read the rest of that paragraph, And you tell because you told us that this motherfucker don't make distinctions, and we keep hearing distinctions between Indians and motherfucking Negroes.
Facts. Let's bring it back.
You see what I posted in the back chat? You die at your own source, nigga.
Yeah, you did. You still dying.
You do.
Stupid
Read
motherfucker.
what I
Why is you
posted in
even?
the back, nigga.
This ain't in your book. This ain't
You
even in
ain't
your
see.
book.
This is from Jack D. Forbes, nigga.
It's not in your book.
So you're lying, nigga.
So why you keep on trying to bring
You
Jack
a
D.
clown,
Forbes up?
nigga. You
That's
a
not the
clown.
author of this
You
book.
a circus clown, nigga.
Your mother, nigga. Now why the fuck are
Cross-referencing,
you
bitch,
bringing up
nigga.
Jack? Your mother, nigga. Now what?
Your
Now what the
ancestors,
fuck
nigga.
is the
Your
source
grandma,
saying?
nigga.
Your grandpa,
cousin,
nigga. Your grandma, nigga. Your goddamn. Your sister, nigga.
Sean, you always die at the source, nigga.
Come on, bro. Can you please listen? I don't want to turn my mic up to overtalk you. So what I'm asking you to do is
You
read
about to
the
run up your
source.
blood pressure.
Read the source. Read
You know your
the
final battle
source.
fans is gonna see your
Read
pseudo, right?
the source.
You know final battle is gonna sue your pseudo,
Read
right?
the source.
Final battle's gonna have a
Read
joy
the
laughing at your
source.
pseudo, nigga.
Read the source.
Fine,
Read
but
the
Negro and
source.
Indian is the same thing.
Read
So
the
as the
source.
result of the
Read
intermingling,
the source.
I'm reading, bitch, whole ass nigga. Listen, shut up. As the resort,
Tell your
as
sister
a
shut up,
result
nigga.
of tell your mama to shut up, bitch, nigga.
Nah, you
As
goddamn
the
y'all fucking
result
each other,
of
ain't
the
you? You and your
intermingling
sister
of
nasty like
Negroes
that. Y'all
and
fucking each other.
Indians, which came about when the coast tribes dwindled and the small numbers of remaining members moved inland, associated and intermarried with Negroes until they finally lost their identity and were classed with that race. A considerable portion of the blood of the Southern Negro is unquestionably
Pause.
Indian.
Pause. Do you understand what you just read?
Absolutely, because I
Okay,
cross-referenced.
so tell
And
us
you're
what you
lying,
just
nigga.
read. No, tell us what you just read, please. Can
The
you tell
Negro
us?
and the Indian is one and the same, nigga.
No, that is not what your
Yes, it
source
is.
said. Your source said that they just
The source
intermingled.
debunks you, nigga. Because the Indian, hold on, bro. Because Jack D. Forbes gives insight, dummy.
Yo,
Now let me read
what the
off what
fuck the
Jack D.
source say?
Forbes says, nigga.
Can
It
somebody
says
with
the
some
word
goddamn
black
sense
may
speak?
include
This shit is
all Negroes, but the term Negro does not include all black persons. Why
How
are the
the
portion of
fuck
that the
did
words
this
white,
nigga
Negro,
come
and
to?
mulatto and black
Yo,
whenever
not a
they
speak.
occur in
Yo, Sean, what's the name of this? The title of the show? You know you know the title?
This show we on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Are you smarter than an Aboriginal American?
So we see they have no reading comprehension, right? None, because we went through words like intermingling, intermarried. They talk about how they lost their identity and were classified with that race. Talking about being classified with Negro because of so much intermingling and marrying. But yet he still wants to say that these are the same people. So I think we answered the question. It's not too hard to be smarter than an Aboriginal. What you think, Sam? Got it?
Yeah, we here.
The shit that
Yeah,
Tyrone is
bro.
doing is just
I'm
crazy.
just I'm in and out changing break.
You said you braiding some man's hair. What?
He definitely didn't say that. See, all apples do is lie.
Yep.
All
I
they
said
do is
change the
lie.
brakes.
Yeah, we all heard you. We heard you loud and clear. Changing brakes. But that's one of Lotus side hustles.
Hey, yo.
Lotus braid hair on the side.
Oh, dude.
He's an Uber Eats driver and he braids hair.
Facts.
Like,
Big facts. Big facts. Sweet ass nigga be goddamn on his knees.
you can't tell me this nigga not part Jamaican all his jobs he got.
Yeah, we know what
Out
Lotus is
job.
hanging out. If there's a lot of men around, Lotus is there. He would never.
Facts.
Oh, come on now. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And he be in the mirror with the niggas.
Look, they said a newborn is smarter than the abo. Like this shit is like reading comprehension. Like they're fighting so much with their bias and their indoctrination that they can't even say, yo, all right, this is what this is saying, but I don't agree with it, but that's what it's saying. How hard is that to say?
Yeah, they have the stubbornness of religious zealots.
Yeah,
that's basically what it is. It's a religion.
It's the mixing of the old Mex and the great Mississippian
All
Empire.
right, here this nigga go. Here this nigga go. Some irrelevant ass shit, and he gonna bring it up.
Hey, remember when you used to talk about that the royal company or some shit, Lotus? I'm glad you don't say that shit no
all
more.
day.
Don't start them. Please don't start.
Yeah, don't open that can of worms. Yo, not to see. Can you? Because I still can't say I'm on my phone. Can you finish reading the rest of that paragraph real quick? Because we can't get Lotus to do it.
All right, I'm gonna start. I said from the beginning. As the result of the intermingling of the Negroes and Indians, which came about when the coast tribes dwindled and a small number of remaining members moved inland, associated and intermarried with the Negroes until they finally lost their identity and were classed with that race. A considerable portion of the blood of the Southern Negroes is unquestionably Indian. 19th Annual Report of the Bureau of American Ethnology, 1897-1898, page 233. It was these mixed bloods, as well as the pureblood Indians, to which the statues referred by the term Indian slaves and musty or mesty slaves occasionally mention is made in the colonial newspapers of the slaves of the mixed red and black races. American Weekly Mercury, October 24, 1734. The opinion has even been advanced that in certain of the colonies, there never were any pureblood Indian slaves. Hold on. Pureblood Indian slaves. Mr. W.B. Melius of Albany, New York, asserts, I do not believe the pure Indian was sold as slaves in New York. I believe the Indian who was the slave was not without mixture. New York State Library Bulletin History number 4, May 1900. One instance of the mixture of the Indians and Negroes in New York is found in a complaint made in 1717 that Negro slaves ran away and were secreted by the many sink with whose women they intermarried.
Can you say that again? One more time. It's a source now. This is a source, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
From the New York State Library Bulletin History, number 4, May 1900.
One instance of the mixture of the Indians and Negroes in New York is found in a complaint made in 1717 that Negro slaves ran away and were secreted by the many sink with whose women they intermarried. Or I don't know. It's a tribe or some shit. But yeah, intermarried again. Nothing but distinctions. I don't know, Sean.
He said it was no distinctions.
The whole thing is talking about distinctions and intermarrying, and they even said no pureblood was a slave. The ones that were slaves were that was mixed with who? The Negro. You know what I'm saying?
So then, what up, Gullah?
What up? What up? What up? What up? How
Gullah
y'all
just jumped up here. What's
What
good, Gullah?
What's happening?
We had to bring you in
Oh,
here.
we having Ling Ling for dinner. You know.
Oh, I want to bring him back. I want to bring him back. I want y'all to get
Say like
say
a
what y'all
pack
gotta
of
say.
burkas. Come on.
I want to say what y'all. I want y'all to say what y'all got to say before I bring him back.
Well, real quick, hold on. Hey, look, I was doing some homework and I caught a little bit of some. But if y'all can, just catch me up real quick on everything I just missed in this live. I mean, that might be a lot, but give me some.
Ling said that chapter 4 does not make any distinctions between the Negro and the Indian, and that the word Negro is synonymous with Indian, and that they intermingled with themselves and not other people. But when we read this chapter, the beginning of the chapter, all the way down to the end page, we kept getting distinctions between Indians and Negroes,
Correct.
and them intermingling and mixing
And intermarrying.
and intermarrying and almost and breeding out the Indian.
Yeah, if they were the same people, would have never said intermarry. Yeah, they definitely wouldn't have said that.
Yeah,
if it was the same people. Intermarry means two different groups marrying. Yeah,
exactly.
You fucked up.
Yeah, how you?
But let's
yeah,
read
that's-
this. This is by Pan African Killer, Ling Ling. Good juju, bad juju, bitch. You a crack hoe. Cocaine is your main food in your veins. Yeah.
Juju went off real quick.
He sent you there.
Oh yeah, in the private chat.
That's in the back.
Oh, I ain't even looking at it. Damn, it's 24.
I just got
it's in the,
so anything that
Oh, yo,
happened before I
Gullah,
got here, I don't
he said the same thing to India Ballard. He called her a crackhead or something like that too. So if you don't agree with him, you're a crackhead.
Bitch, you a crackhead.
So Gullah,
Crack
basically,
hoe,
this is
crack hoe.
this is his source,
Oh,
right?
Jesus,
And he likes to say Indian and Negro is synonymous, and his source doesn't say that. I think this is the second source. Oh, the first we had another source from him, which
Yeah, he told us.
Go ahead, Sean, you got it.
No. Remember, hold on. But he tried to say that that we don't know how to cross-reference a source, so we got to go to Jack D. Forbes to get a full understanding of what this author is saying.
No, not even that. Not even that. I'm talking about the first source that he brought to us. The Black Indian slave narratives, and he said that in the Black Indian slave narratives, it doesn't say that Indians and Negroes are different. It's saying that they're the same people. They don't come from Africa, blah blah blah. But the author says that he's writing from the African American perspective of Indian slavery. This is what the author said. He's talking about the African American descendants who was affected by these Indians and enslaved by them and blah blah blah. So this is just I mean, he been knocked out since his first source, but yeah, that's what we at with it.
That's crazy.
Reading comprehension.
That's crazy.
And he read like shoot, third graders can read better than him. He got up here reading like an illiterate. It was embarrassing. Yo, you talk all that shit.
You know they illiterate. They can't not net Avo read, man.
I just like, oh my god.
Cujo, what up, Virginia?
I read, baby.
Man,
Oh, yo.
proud of my heritage.
No, what's going on, Gullah? Big up.
You already know what time it is. Take your time, brother. What's up?
Working hard.
Daycare.
Oh, Lotus, if you read better than all of us, this thing that we read in this book right here that's on the screen, was it talking about Negroes and Indians intermixing and intermarrying?
Yes, it's talking about Negroes and Indians intermarriage and mixing.
How is you can read better a flex?
He said intermarriaging, just so y'all know. I heard that. Just saying. Point proven or not.
Well,
Okay.
so the thing is, though, reading is so comprehension is actually 99% of reading. You cannot actually read unless you can comprehend.
Yeah, because I can
Anyone
read
can
Spanish,
pronunciate
but I don't know what I'm
clearly and with precision and be quick with it. But if you have no
Okay, so I got a question,
comprehension,
Juju.
you're still illiterate. Yes,
I got a question, Juju.
Go ahead, Sean.
So when it says occasional mention is made in the colonial newspapers of slaves of the mixed red and black races. Who the
Right.
fuck is the red?
Indigenous people. We know that they're indigenous people.
So so Mark Twain also called them red, right? According to Dan Calloway's source, did he not call these motherfuckers red?
Facts. We did. We did.
Okay, so now we know that there's three types of people in the Americas. Like we've been arguing with this nigga.
Red,
There's
black,
a
and
red
white.
people, there's a black people, and then there's the whites.
Correct. Distinctions. We point these out every time y'all bring us a source and we eat y'all alive with it. No diddy. But yeah.
Yeah, no did it for sure.
Oh man.
This is terrible.
So Ling Ling.
I gotta find it.
No, no, hold on. This is where it gets better. Not a coincidence. Scroll to the next page.
All right, hold on 1 second.
Oh boy, Diddy fucked it up for everybody.
All right, so hold on. All right. So it says the early history of Indiana. The early history of Indian slavery in Georgia is so bound up with that of Carolina, the Indian Wars, and the difficulties with the Spaniards of Florida, as to require but little special attention. After the settlement, I'm getting an echo. The settlement of the Georgia as a part of a colony, occasional mention is made of Indian slaves. Hold on. Cujo, is that your motherfucking mic, bro?
I
That's
muted
not
everybody.
a coincidence.
Nah, I just muted everybody.
Oh.
Okay.
But you good now. Go ahead.
All right. So in 1759, the basis of a tax bill, the number of slaves was placed at 2,500, but a committee of the legislature declared the number to have been underestimated. How many of this number were Indians is not known. The colony was settled at a time when Indian slavery was passing out of its existence. So it is safe to state that the number of such slaves was small. The number of Indian slaves in Virginia also was small, owing largely to the number of indentured servants and to the early introduction and fitness of the Negroes for the labor of the colony. In 1671, Berkeley reported that the whole population of the colony as 40,000, the number of indentured servants as 6,000, and that of slaves as 2,000. But no division of slaves according to color was made in certain sections, but few slaves were used. The Scot-Irish, and Germans preferred their own labor, that of the slaves. Some Indians were taken in the war, but they were inconsiderable when compared with the number of captured in the Carolinas. Occasionally, mention of Indian slaves is found well in the 18th century. Indian slavery in Massachusetts began early, following.
Next page.
Well, he getting high, yo. He can't keep up. Following the Pequot Wars of 1637.
So
48 48 captives were retained as slaves in the colony. After King Philip's War, 1675, also certain other captives were made slaves, but no record exists of the exact number. The various records and histories of the Massachusetts towns show a general distribution of Indian slaves throughout the colony during the colonial period, such as existed following the two Indian Wars above noted. Mere mention may be made of some of these: Plymouth, Boston, Roxbury, Ipswich, Quincy, Charleston, Malden, Haverhill, Milton. None of the official reports of the conditions of New England makes mention of Indian slaves, but statistics show number of slaves in Massachusetts in 1720 have been, and we got to scroll. I hope he's listening.
Keep scrolling.
Keep scrolling, Odyssey.
Keep going. Keep going.
I told you what he doing. He trying to use both his hands, can only use one.
There you go.
United States Census report: the number of slaves in the state was 6,001, which number included 200 half-bred Indians. Since Massachusetts took the lead in the two Indian Wars of New England, it seems likely that the number of Indian slaves in the colony exceeded that in either Connecticut or Rhode Island. The Rhode Island laws from 1637 to 1704 make no mention of Indian slaves, yet they were held in the colony before 1704. The records of Block Islands show them their sufficient numbers in 1675. The Warrant and King Philip War were retained in the colony temporarily as slaves. The Boston newspaper occasionally mentions runaway Indian slaves of Block Island. Listen very closely. Both Negro and Indian slavery reached a development in colonial, Narragansett, unusual in northern colonies. In 1713, South Kingston had a population of 935 whites, 333 Negroes, and 223 Indian slaves. Another goddamn distinction. 18 years later, the proportion of races was nearly the same. 1,405 whites, 308 Negroes, and 193 Indians. As late as 1778, the laws of Rhode Island mentioned Indian slaves. Indian slavery in Connecticut began almost with the founding of the colony and became as a result of the Pequot War. The captives taken in the war were what? Assigned directly to the colony and retained as distributed among the inhabitants. The colonists appear to have held a greater number of such slaves than at any later period. Certain Indians also were kept in the colony as slaves following the King Philip's War, but the number is unknown. Local histories show them in different towns well into the 18th century. An answer sent to a query of the Board of Trade in 1680 states that there were then 30 slaves in Connecticut, but no mention is made of Indian slaves, though they existed in the colony. The number of Indian slaves in New Hampshire was undoubtedly very small. During the Pequot Wars and King Philip's War, New Hampshire remained at peace with the Indians, and the statement has been made that no New Hampshire merchant or captain during the Indian Wars kidnapped natives or consciously broke faith with them. The close connection with Massachusetts, however, made inevitable the existence of Indian slaves in the former colony, and the Boston newspaper occasionally mentions such slaves as late as approximately 1750. So what happens next? In the middle of the group of colonies, the number of Indian slaves was never large. And in comparison with that, in either the Southern or New England groups, it was conspicuously small. There appeared to have been more of such slaves in New York than in any other colony of the group, a condition due to its greater trade with the colonies which exported them. The English colony, furthermore, took over no Indian slaves from its Dutch predecessor. I ain't reading all of that. The inhabitants of New York under the Dutch or the English rule never waged any war or order of these in the New England against the Indian tribes, nor did the distribution of the New England captives affect this colony to a greater extent. A few Indian slaves were introduced from foreign parts, but the selling and holding of Indians as slaves was never a general custom. The existence of Indian slaves, however, was recognized by a decree of the governor and the council of 1680. An Indian slave was sold, scroll now to see, July 30th, 1687 in Hempstead, Long Island. The narrative of grievance against Jacob Leisure includes the following. The same night, December 23rd, 1689, an Indian slave belonging to Philip French was dragged to the fort of New York and there imprisoned. Aaron Schuler of New York, 1693, gave to each of his two daughters in his will and an Indian slave woman. In July 1703, the governor received a petition regarding an Indian slave. Let me be clear. All we're finna hear about for the rest of this chapter is the enslaved Indians and these reports all in the news. That's what it's saying right here. Scroll down now to see. It keeps giving us the dates and the Indians that were given away or made of slaves. There's no denying that. So Paul, hold on real quick. So before we go any further, we are now at the point of letting everybody know that the author is telling us that this section and group of Indian slavery was minimal in certain parts and a little bit more in other parts of the eastern coast. Right? It don't go all the way south with these numbers. It's talking specifically in the northeast region. It is part of the reason why, not a coincidence, you got Indian in his family.
That's a fact.
Anybody disagree?
Facts.
Because he keep telling us New York, New Hampshire, Maine, New England. We stand right there in the region and it's talking about these Indians. So, but it also told us that in these regions there will be a small amount of there will be some whites, there will be some blacks, and there will be some Indians in every one of these territories that they're talking about. That's what we got out of that. And then he got specific about Indians being enslaved or sold, the dates that they were sold, and by whom or who these Indian slave woman or male belonged to. That's what he did in the previous that we just skipped right there. So when he gives us the dates, December 23rd, 1689, an Indian slave belonging to Philip French. All of that stuff is identifying specifics.
You
The conversation.
Long Island, this is my area right here.
That's your people?
It's my area, yeah.
Man, you should see this chocolate tri bulldog I'm looking at.
Oh, you broke up.
Nah, I muted my mic. I was rudely interrupted. But no, man, what I don't understand. So when he pulled out, he ain't black. Whatever I want. So Ling Ling, when you made the assertion that you wanted to revisit this source and to determine that the man was referring to Indian and Negro being one and the same, you can't come to that conclusion according to how this chapter is flowing, because he continues to give us clear distinctions between the Negroes, the whites, and the fucking Indians. He even went as far as labeling the Indians as red.
Correct.
And the Negro as black. So and then said that there was some intermixing and intermarrying going on. So much so that it was breeding out the Indian. He said that's how much intermixing was transpiring in one of the regions.
Yeah, boy.
That's definitely what it's saying.
It's a bad source you brung. If you were trying to prove your point, it definitely did not. It proved more to our point that there were always distinctions when it came to the Negro and the Indian, whether they were enslaved or not. They were distinctly different.
This nigga keep on deferring to something in a group that he can't even refute or debunk. We're live right now. Why are you worried about something in the group, nigga? Bring your source and put it on the screen. Let's go. Let's go, nigga. You want the smoke? Let's go, Ling Ling. Let's go, Ling Ling. Where you want to go to now? Because apparently you don't.
Am I allowed
Listen.
to talk?
No, you're allowed to.
You had a
Am
whole
I allowed to
hour
talk?
on
Am I allowed to talk? Am I allowed to talk? Am I allowed to
Okay,
talk?
so when people
Rob
see
Warren,
in final battle,
do that, Rob
when
Warren.
people see in final battle that you're lying, will you
I
shut
don't
the
lie
fuck
about
up
nothing.
then?
You just been proved a liar.
Yeah, that's why you're quiet on your stomping
You
grounds.
just been proved a
That's why
liar.
you are always quiet on your stomping ground.
Can somebody tell
'Cause
this
you're a
dumbass
coward.
nigga that I'm in
You
Facebook
on the
jail and I can't even
you
reply
on the
to groups?
internet and you sent
Can
threats
somebody
to
tell this
me.
dumbass nigga?
Can somebody tell this dumbass nigga he don't know how to read? Because for one, you don't know how to cross-reference. Do you know how to cross-reference, Sean?
No. He said I don't know how to read.
Question.
Yo,
No, you don't.
Go ahead, Juju. Ask your question.
No, I'm saying he already asked that question. Do you know how to cross-reference, Sean?
Yes.
Clearly, he does.
Oh, clearly you don't.
So let me show you real quick. So not a
Clearly
coincidence.
your
Can you
monkey
scroll down
ass
on the
don't.
page? Yo, not a coincidence.
So
Can you
you
scroll
had a
down
whole hour to
at the
get
bottom
yellow,
of
but
just
didn't
this
even allow
page?
me to speak. Wow.
Goddamn, not a coincidence. Real quick. just the bottom of this page to number 2. What does number 2 say? Not a coincidence. Livermore, A History of Block Island, etc. Page 60.
Yeah.
So can you scroll back? Can you scroll back up? Can you scroll back up to where we see that at the top of the chapter, where he's talking about block right here? It says that since Massachusetts took the lead in the 2 Indian Wars of New England, it seems likely that the number of Indian slaves in the colony exceeded that in either Connecticut or Rhode Island.
That's not
And
in the
hold on,
five civilized tribes area.
hold on. God damn it. So what I would have to do is go to the number 2, and he provided me with the source to substantiate if what that source says on page 60 is verifiable. And then I can go to that source that he got that from and see if that source provides any information to substantiate why he said what he just said. That's cross-referencing a source. That's a demonstration that I actually provided to you live on the show. So when you said that you want to go use a whole nother author who's writing a whole nother book and an argument that is unrelated to this author and the argument that this author is making, you're being disingenuous because this author is talking about fucking Indian slavery. That's what is the title of this book? Not a coincidence. Can you please let the people know what the title of this book is?
Indian slavery in colonial times within the present limits of the United States.
What the fuck is the name of Jack D. Forbes' book? Not a coincidence.
I don't know which book is Tyrone talking about.
He's talking about the one that Jack D. Forbes is making the distinctions, the red book with the Negroes and the Indians on there and all that shit.
Isn't it hold on, I'm about to tell you.
I can't even think of it. I'm drawing a blank right now. So I want to cuss this nigga out.
I'll tell you 1 second.
All right, I gotta go, y'all. Thank you for allowing me on the panel.
Nah, you ain't going nowhere.
Where you going?
She thinks she's slick. No, it ain't no work. Yeah, you about to do some work, all right.
Oh God, you gotta stop. Yo, you're gonna start rumors, bro. Cause you be saying this shit and I be laughing, but I already know. You feel me?
Damn, what's Jack D. Forbes' book? They use this shit all the time, not to see.
I know. I'm trying to find it right now.
Michael, look. Rob going crazy. I'm finna pull the book up. Goddamn, I see. I hope I don't get kicked out.
I'm trying to. I don't even remember what the book is.
You got the book, bro.
I know I got it, but I can't get to that email right now on this computer.
Africans and Native Americans: The Language of Race and the Evolution of Red Black Peoples. That's the book, 1981 edition. That's the book that he's trying to use. And Jack D. Forbes has told these dumb motherfuckers that he ain't even saying the shit that they trying to say.
So you said it's African American and Native American? Or what do you say? Say it again.
The name of the book, hold on. The name of the book is called Africans and Native Americans: The Language of Race and the Evolution of Red Black People. It's red-black people.
So why is
Jack D. Forbes
trying to use that when they're using terms like Native American and African? He's neither one of those. So why is he even running to that book?
Because in the book, he's trying to use the argument because of the Spanish, and they didn't know how to denote or label people, so they loosely used the word Negro. But to make the determination between the Negroes in Africa, they said Guinea, and the Negroes in America, they said the Terra. And he's trying to insert that into this argument about Indian slavery by a whole nother author in a whole nother book, and he can't assert that. because this book is written for this particular argument. This author is not making an argument about the word Negro or languages at all. He's not making a determination between the Africans and the Native Americans. He is merely focused on the Indians, but he's telling us that they were replaced by Negroes, people of African descent. He's making that. Tyrone is trying to assert that the damn word Negro is interchangeable with Indian. The author doesn't say that. He gives us distinctions. He's been giving us this distinction since the introduction and the goddamn all the way up into chapter 4. I think do we need to read 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of this dumb nigga?
Nah, I think we covered it. He's the only one that's really in denial. Like,
Man, why this nigga running, bro? Bring your bitch ass back, nigga.
Even
talking about
Lotus
you
had
working.
and say that it's saying whether he would agree with it or not. So
This nigga says pseudo Pequot 20 odd Negroes in the book. What no goddamn 20? Man, come on, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Pequot 20 and odd Negroes. What? The Pequot Wars is way after 1619.
This nigga Rob Boy crazy.
Rob Boy, you gonna be a first on the boat.
First one, nigga. First one. Bring your bitch ass back, Ling Ling.
See, Rob Boy damn near started this beef, so I don't know.
Sure did.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
I don't know what he like. He ain't got no part in this shit.
Just in the back talking about he pan African killer. Nigga, you ain't killing shit, you fuck nigga.
He be killing himself.
No,
exactly.
Yeah, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Yo, before you leave, scroll down, not a coincidence.
So where you want me to scroll down to?
Just keep scrolling for the next 3 pages. Just scroll down. Just keep scrolling.
Squeaky Ling.
Go to I think chapter 5 finna come up, right?
So you see how they talk about the Pequot Wars in here, right?
Yep.
None of these people actually can tie themselves to this shit. You ever notice
right.
that? But they always want to like they bring it up, and then when they talk about Indian slavery, they want to bring this up, but they can't tie themselves to this shit.
Now, my point though, for the rest of chapter 4, he makes those arguments about the Indians being enslaved and then or traded or sold and what day and year. He does that the whole ending chapter. So you can go on break real quick now, bro.
I'll be back
because this is gonna be the process of enslavement and warfare, but this is still talking about the Indians at this point. Yeah, go ahead. So now I'm finna bring this. Yo, Juju, you leaving or no? Or you just trying to cover your ass right now and make it look like you ain't finna slide out?
I ain't gonna cover my ass for anybody. I do what I want to. You want me to read to you or something?
Nope.
I'm leaving then. Bye, y'all.
That's some shit. This Rob Boy is stupid. To put all that. So I did. I'm American Indian. My family was raped by African Europeans. Yo, Rob Boy is crazy. All right, so listen. I'm finna bring Ling Ling in.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, yeah, cool. So.
Oh, you cut out, Sean. I don't know what happened.
All right, so am I allowed to talk? And I missed a few shit because y'all kept babbling and I couldn't come on, so. I'm working on your debunking and final battle, by the way.
Why the fuck do you keep talking about the final battle? I'm right here, nigga.
Nigga, you in the damn group.
I'm right here, though. I'm right here.
Yet you keep muting my
So
mic.
let's go. Nah, ain't no muting your mic,
Gotcha.
bitch, nigga.
Gotcha.
What? I'm
Gotcha.
right here. Bring the smoke,
Gotcha.
nigga.
Gotcha. So let's go for point. All the talking points that you said tonight, all of them. So you said that red, maroon, all this shit. You tried to gish gallop and say that's a mongoloid
No,
race.
pause.
Yes,
Slow
you
down.
did.
I
Yes, you
never said nothing
did.
about mongoloid.
Yes, you did. Then you sitting
I
up here
never
talking
brought up
about, yes, you did,
I
bitch
never brought
nigga.
up
You
the
said
word
I'm a
mongoloid.
mongoloid, right?
Your mother, a bitch, nigga. I never brought up the word
Heifer,
mongoloid.
you
I never brought
bald-headed
up the word
heifer.
mongoloid.
Who you talking
I
about, bitch nigga?
never
You call
brought
me a
up the
mongoloid,
word.
right?
Not
But Native
no, your
Americans are
mother.
classed
I
as
never
such.
brought up the word.
Yes, you did.
No.
We
So
can
like I
capture
said,
the video.
so like I
We can
said,
go back and capture the
no.
video
The only
because
person on
people
the
in
panel
Final
that
Battle
made
can
claims was
review
you.
your video and look at
What?
my visual aid and expose your dumb
Review the
ass.
video and look at your visual aid. Yo, you know how
Yes.
slow you are? You made a claim. The reason that you're trying to make a visual
Yeah, and
aid
my
is
claims are
because you made a
valid.
claim.
My claim is
No,
valid.
you
And you
no,
over here
you
making
no.
claims that you
Okay.
a
Time out.
bantu.
Tehran,
You making a
Tehran.
claim you
What
an
was your
ape man and
what would
a
no
bantu. So shut the
yo,
fuck up, nigga.
Tehran, what was your claim? What was your
You are
claim
a
before you started?
Darwinian.
What
You
no
are
no
a
no that
Darwinian
yo,
Pan African,
Tehran,
nigga.
Tehran, what was your claim when you came on the panel?
Gotcha. So we're talking about American Indian Negroes, right?
No.
Yes, we
Tehran,
are.
what was
Yes,
your
we are,
claim?
nigga. You made the claim
Okay.
that they were making distinctions, which they weren't. What are
Okay.
10 cannibal
So,
Negroes, nigga?
Tyrone, did your author make distinctions between the Negro and the Indian?
No,
In
nigga.
the chapter that he didn't.
No, he is not.
So you're telling me at the beginning of chapter 4, all the way up into where we read, he didn't make distinctions between Negroes and Indians and then call them red and black races.
No, he is not, nigga.
He didn't
For
say that.
people that
So
know,
all
don't
so
ask me.
everybody that
For
listens to
people
us
that
read that.
know the real
So
history, black and red
hold on,
means
time out.
nothing. Those
So
are
he's not.
binary
So your
and
source.
non-colors, nigga.
So Tyron,
Black
your
and red ain't
source.
got nothing to do with skin color.
Tyron, your
Black
source is
and
not
red don't have
Tyron.
nothing to do with
So
skin
your
color.
source is not providing us accurate information according to you.
For one, Negro, do you
I
not have
asked you a
slave
question.
ads that say copper-colored Negroes?
I asked you a
Do you not
question,
have slave ads?
Tyron.
So you're gonna have a
I
visual
asked
aid that
you
debunks
a
your gish
question,
gallop.
Tyron.
You're gonna
Don't
have a visual
avoid my
aid.
question,
Hold on. You're
Tyron.
gonna see in Facebook Final
Answer
Battle.
my
You're gonna see.
question,
You're gonna
Tyron.
see.
I
You're gonna
asked you
see.
a question,
You
Tyron.
will see,
So is your
and you
source
will
providing us
apologize to
inaccurate
me once you see
information?
your visual aid.
So is your source
You
providing
will
us
see. You
inaccurate
will see.
information?
No matter, you will see.
Is
You will
your
see, and
source
you will fucking
providing us
bow at my feet.
inaccurate
You
information?
will bow at my feet.
You
You will
gave us
kneel
a
before me.
source.
You will
Is your
kneel before
source
me and
providing
grovel at
us
my feet.
inaccurate
Peasant,
information?
you will kneel before me and grovel at my feet
Tyron,
when you
is
see
your
the visual
source
aid.
providing us inaccurate information?
Know
Yes or
this.
no?
Know this. Know this. That
Did
you
your
will
source
kneel.
provide us
You
accurate
will kneel.
information?
You will grovel at my feet and kneel like the peasant you are.
Your
Know
mother a peasant. So again, we can't even get a straight answer out this degenerate, fake ass wannabe Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle as an adult. You are a special ed student who is mentally challenged and ill. The only reason that we're tolerating you is because you're the only stupid motherfucker that would come on a panel and think that you're really something that you're not. So why the fuck are you sitting here not answering a goddamn question? Because you brought this source to us, and now you're trying to contradict your source because it isn't agreeing with you, and you're trying to superimpose your bullshit belief on your own goddamn source. It is speaking for itself and ain't saying a goddamn thing you said. You degenerate, low life, mixed up fuckface. What's
Feathers
up?
up. Feathers up, yo. Feathers up.
What up, Rock?
Yo, what up, man? My name is Warlord. My ancestor god name is Tonka Wonka, bro. I know my
Tonka
old
Wonka.
yeah, it's in the chat. Go look it up. Yo, Tyrone, is Tyrone still there?
Hold on.
You there, Tyrone?
He going. He going.
I want to ask him something.
He mad.
Tyrone, come back, Tyrone.
I need to
He
ask him
mad.
something for real, bro.
That nigga mad, bro. He might not answer you.
No, it ain't even got nothing to do with this. I want to ask him something. You come back up, bro. Tyrone.
I don't know where he at. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if I can hit him on IG.
Damn, man.
He there.
I want to know if is he the dude that created those final battle groups?
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, but that's
I
the
think.
dude. That's the dude name though. That's why the dude
Oh,
name. The
I
dude
don't
name
know.
is that name, and I never heard his voice before. So I was like, oh shit, if that's him, I just want to ask him something.
I don't know who made the group.
Because he be making, if it's him, if you remember that final battle group was originally Hebrews. If you remember that. All right.
Yeah, you right. Damn. Yeah, we was battling. Yeah, the whole. Yeah, you right.
So, and he used to be making like taking niggas pictures and putting them on funny shit. Did he do that?
He do that type of shit. He do that type of shit.
Yo, that's him. I want to talk to him, bro. Nigga, this nigga famous, bro. He famous, man. Bro, I want to know how you went from the Hebrew shit to this though. That's what I want to. I want to know how he did that. Damn, man, you ran him off, man. Every time I
Nah,
come
he gonna come
around,
back. He gonna come back.
you be
We
cussing
coming back.
niggas out and
He's
shit,
coming back.
bro. Don't run him off, man. If that's him, that's crazy, bro. This nigga was diehard Yahweh, bro.
What? That's the same.
Oh, y'all white.
Same what?
Huh?
He the same one?
I think it's him if that's his name. I never heard his voice, but I seen his face. Dark skinned nigga, you heard? Mad funny nigga, you heard? But he will always take pictures and niggas pictures and put them on there and put quotes in like comic book shit, you heard?
I don't know. I think this nigga be drawing and shit too.
If it is, man, he famous, man. He famous, man.
He
And
mad
why
at me,
you
boy.
and why you talking about I started this shit? Not a coincidence. I ain't start this shit.
Yeah, you started this, man.
Bro, I ran into that shit, bro, and nobody wanted to believe me because I was known as the troublemaker because I never followed me. I never followed suit. I used to argue with Sean. He always used to come jump in the fucking window when I'm fucking fighting you, Jawa and LaShawn. This nigga got a fucking gun out trying to fucking save these niggas. And I'm like, yo, get out the way, bro. I'm fighting these niggas right now. I don't believe these niggas, bro. This nigga Sean. Read the research method out of there. Fuck out of here with that shit. I'm talking to them niggas. So when I was doing that and I told niggas about the Aboriginals, niggas thought I was just making that shit up. They said, nah, son, you always find niggas to fuck with. I'm like, nah, son, you not understanding, son. These niggas, bro,
That's fact.
they split
You
off
did
from
say that.
They split off from Sinetta. That's how they shows a start was recapping the shit that happened on Sinetta. Then that shit slowly started getting to that. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? I'm like, Daddy, these niggas talking about Nat Turner don't exist. So
Yeah,
he's like, nah,
that's
ain't no, he's like, ain't
look.
no.
He
Here go this
back.
bitch nigga.
He back.
Am I allowed to talk? Because if I talk, I'm not allowed to snap back at these two bitch niggas. So What's
You
it
can
gonna
get
be?
in there. You can get in there. Yo, you can get in there, Tyrone. I just want to know: are you the one who started them final battle groups?
No, but I know about them because y'all been hostile towards us like for years.
Nah, I want to know: are you the one though?
What?
Are you that Tyrone that started this shit?
No,
Okay, so why was you in the Hebrew group?
I wasn't in the
Huh?
Hebrew group.
You wasn't in the Hebrew
I'm not a
final battle
Hebrew
group.
Israelite, and I never been in that group.
Okay. All right. So then I got your name. So you got the same name as the dude. All right.
No, I don't. I don't
Yeah,
know
you
who you
do
talking
because
about.
the dude who started that's his name. I just can't remember his
Who is
last
it?
name.
What's his full name?
I can't remember his last name, but he got your first name though.
Tyrone?
Yeah, that's the kind of original type of name. A lot of people don't got that name, bro.
That's because it's indigenous American. It's
Ain't no
not really
goddamn.
Irish.
I agree with you, man. I found out who my ancestor God is through my genealogy, man. My ancestor God name is Tonka Wonka, bro. My family was raped by
Nigga,
Africans and
why are you
Europeans, bro.
joking, bro?
I'm
That's not
being
an indigenous
serious.
name. What? No, you're not. What the fuck is Tonka Wonka?
Hey, yo, brother, that's a part of the Lakota tribe. Why don't you look it up, fam? I'm
Bruh,
not
you're
lying
not
to you, bro.
Lakota, bro.
How you gonna tell me who I am, brother? I did my
You're
genealogy. You
being,
want to see my
bruh, I know
genealogy?
about you, Rob Bourne.
Nah, that ain't my name no
Yes,
more.
you
My
are.
name
You
is
a clown, bruh. You come from Sinetta TV. Don't play me.
my name is Warlord, bro. You see my
That's
name
not an
on here,
indigenous name.
Warlord. I'm a warlord, bro.
Bruh, I
That's
ain't
what I
got
am.
time to entertain prison wizards. What is
Okay,
your
brother.
question?
That was my question.
What is your
I,
fucking question?
I'm here trying to ride with you against Sean and these fucking fake Africans,
No,
and you
I
want to
don't want to
sit here
be
and play.
I don't want to be patronized by clowns. Now, are you gonna be
You see
serious?
what I'm saying,
I
bro?
know where you
This
come
is
from.
not.
You a comedic hotep like Turtle Gang.
I'm a
Turtle
comedic
Gang
nigga.
goofy ass was a Moor 1 minute. Then he
A
comes to the
Moor?
indigenous paradigm and he want to be an Indian. Then he want to be a Pan African. This is a goofy.
Okay, brother.
This nigga here, yo.
That's cool, brother. If
So
that's what you think, man, that's
again,
fine, bro.
if you dead ass serious about your indigenous paradigm, you do the real
Damn.
research.
I did the research and I found out that the Negro was originally named the Native Americans were originally called Negroes, and that happened in
Native American is a European
copy.
colonial word. What are you talking about?
Exactly, copy. Got you, brother. All
The
indigenous is
Native Know Nothing Party?
uh yeah, I know all about that, brother.
No, you
But
don't.
yes, I do. You
Rob
said you
Bourne, you ain't been
indigenous.
in A4.
I'm not. My name is not Rock Horn. My name is Warlord, bro. Stop calling me
You
that.
have not been in
I'm
A4,
no
nigga.
longer. I am not an African. I
Nigga,
was
you was over there at
brainwashed,
Sinetta TV. Stop playing.
bro. Yeah, fuck him. How about that? You hear me say it? Fuck Sarnetta. You just heard
So,
me say it.
okay, then get on his
Word.
panel and tell him fuck you to his face.
I already did it. You missed it. You
No,
should have
you
been
didn't.
around
I ain't
last
never
year.
see you tell Sinetta fuck
You
you.
you, you
I ain't
missed it.
never see you
You
pull
missed
up
it.
his history cussing out Bobby Banger and Sarah Susan said he's saying we ain't no fucking African.
Hey yo, listen, man. Listen,
I ain't
brother.
never
I'm
seen
trying.
y'all hoteps call out all these Afrocentrics for Africanizing the
All right,
history
look,
and
look,
not
look,
telling
look,
the real shit.
look. Check it out. Watch this though. Check it out. Watch this. Sean is here, right? Sean, have I ever been a comedic? Oh, he left. I ain't never been a
Shut
comedic.
the
Nah, yeah,
fucking
you know,
comedic.
this
He over
brother
there fucking
always.
with Dr.
You ain't never
Mod.
been no comedic, bro. Never.
And
Nigga,
we
all y'all motherfuckers is comedic. Y'all always talking about the
Oh,
blackness of
goddamn,
Kemet.
listen,
bro.
man. Are
Nigga,
you gonna
I
ride?
know
Are
all
you ready
about
to
y'all
ride on these?
history.
Are you ready to ride on these fucking Africans to deport these niggas or not, man? Or not? Get the
Y'all
fuck
not
on. Get
doing it
the
because
fuck
you
out of
led
here.
us astray. Y'all
Get
told
the
us to go to Africa,
Nah,
worship them
man. It was a
niggas.
lie, bro. I've
Yes,
been
and
had,
y'all
man.
niggas ain't
I've been
talking about the
had,
people
bro.
that's dying in Africa. You ain't
What,
talking about Jeanette
bro?
Salters and Angie Africa.
Listen, brother. Listen. I did my genealogy. My family was raped by the Africans, bro. and the Europeans, bro. Fuck them niggas, bro. Are you gonna ride with me on these niggas or not?
I don't take you seriously because I already know your history.
Oh my nigga, I don't know what you talking about,
I
bro.
don't
This
know
shit is crazy,
I don't
bro.
know if you're serious or not.
Bro, man. Son, if you know who I am, you know the power that's behind what I'm about to bring on these fucking fake ass Africans, bro.
But you was over here saying wabbo abbo. Last time I
Where?
heard you did a live over
I
there
don't
on
do
Clear
live.
Butter with
Where?
Psycho and Renee and all them goofies.
What the fuck you talking about, bro?
Nigga, I know about you.
Hey yo, listen
Me
to
and
me, brother.
Alquan talk about you.
I don't be on lives no more. I don't do that no more. Haven't seen me
Yeah,
in over a
right.
year? You haven't seen
Yeah,
me on
right.
nothing in over a
I
year.
don't
There's
know
no
about your whole lifestyle, but I know about you in particular with your ideology.
listen,
And you were never an
Sound
Aboriginal.
like
You
he
were
been
never an
studying.
American Indian.
Been studying.
I am a indigenous motherfucker to America, bro. I did my genealogy and you sitting here arguing with me and these fucking punk ass Africans is up here talking this shit. You ain't ready to ride on these niggas or not?
I hear people laughing and giggling.
Yeah, ain't nobody laughing, bro. That's somebody in the background, man. Let's
We been
get back to
laughing
the
at you the whole
information.
time, nigga.
Yo, what's this shit he got? And
Right,
this
I ain't
nigga
got
right
time for
here.
this shit, bro.
And yo, and you hear this dude that just said, what's that dude name? What's his name? Who just opened their mouth? Who is that? Who is that? That's that guy that got that Native American shit and be trying to suppress that shit and talk that African shit, Virginia and all that, nigga. Use a fucking Native American, nigga. Now tell me you ain't got no indigenous American in your genealogy, brother.
I do.
All
I
right
can't
then,
tell a
nigga. So
lie.
rep your shit, nigga. Stop talking that African shit, nigga. They raped your family, nigga.
Yeah. I talk about it all the time.
All right.
Your whole
So,
got that.
so we ready to get to this information, Tyrone, so we can ride on these niggas or not?
Sure.
All right. So what we talking about? The King Philip's War. What you got on the King Philip's War, man?
He pulled up the King Philip's War and all that stuff, trying to say that they're making distinctions when they're not. And we can go back and cross-reference with visual aid to find out contradictions.
Hey, yo, you know what? We ain't even got to do that, bro. Yo, who got the power to share the screen? What's the name of the tribe, Sean, that they fought? Let's pull up the statue. Come on. What's the name of that tribe, brother?
There was the Pequot, the Wampanoag. There was a couple different tribes.
All right. So
that's in the north. Those are Algonquin and Iroquois speakers.
That's right. Now let's pull up that statue and see how he look.
What, the King Philip statue?
No, we don't give a fuck about King Philip.
What statue you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about,
Are you talking about the Powhatans?
Yeah, let's pull them up. Let's see how they look. Somebody share the screen and show the Powhatan. They look just like.
Are you talking about the meme where they compare the actor with Bushmaster to?
I ain't talking about no meme. No, brother. I'm talking about the statue that's in the museum in the
Yeah,
state
I know of
museum.
that statue in Virginia. That
That's
one.
right. Yeah, pull it up. Not a coincidence. He look just like you. You need to stop talking this African stuff. Let's go. We about to bury y'all niggas.
What are you talking about? From
He talking about the Powhatan Indian that's in the museum.
But which museum?
Yeah. It's no. If you pull it up, it says it, and it's got exactly. It even says it on the goddamn at his feet. It's a statue. Just type in the Powhatan Indian in the museum.
That's not specific.
Hold on, I gotta address somebody seriously in the chat. Somebody said that Sal won't let me on the channel. No, nigga, Rob Bourne don't want to go over there. Let's get that straight. I don't want to be famous on the internet. I don't want to go over there, and you not gonna see me over there. I'm not the nigga that be arguing with niggas and saying shit in the background, and then all of a sudden we fucking friends again. So get that straight. Get that real fucking clear in your head, bro. Yeah, right there. Now let's get back to this real information, nigga.
So you're gonna talk about how John Smith was calling these people black?
John Smith didn't call these people black.
Yeah, he did.
You
They
gotta
said
pull it
that they
up.
were
There you
black
go.
as
That
the
second
devil
one right there.
himself.
Pull up that second
No, he did
statue
not.
right there.
Yeah, he
What's
did,
up with that second
Sean.
statue? Pull
No,
up that
he
Do
did
you
second
want to
not.
see
statue.
the source? Because I'm going to
He
clown
said
you
they
in
looked
final
like.
battle.
He said they
This
looked
don't
like.
stop your clowning.
None of that has anything to do with your source. You're
And you're gonna
diverting
look like a
and you're
retard
just
on the
galloping.
internet.
You
You're
do look
gonna
like a
look like a
retard.
retard on the internet when I show you
You
this visual aid.
guess what? We're on the
Yeah,
internet right
and
now, and
they're
I
gonna have
already
a
made you look
they're
like a
gonna have
retard.
an entire congregation
And
call
I
you a
already
dumbass.
made you look like a retard.
You made me look how? Then
Yeah,
all
you
you
let
did
you
was go on
read.
a rant.
Let's get back to the info. We
All you
talking
did
about
was
this statue.
argue with me about, oh, they're making distinctions. No, they're not. That's a contradiction because we have
No,
the evidence of them
no,
contradicting themselves.
no. You
So
can't
what are
go
you talking
outside
about,
the source
Sean?
that you're reading to say that there's
Sean, you're gonna have to
contradiction.
prove.
You have
So
to
West
claim that the
African
author of the
information, you're
source,
gonna have to prove this, Sean,
bro.
because Real
You
Rap is
have
the
to.
only one.
This dumbass nigga don't even fucking know how to research. The source that you use, your author. You can't go outside of him to make determinations of what other people are saying about certain shit. Your author's not even arguing that. We clearly read your author make these distinctions, and you finna sit here and act like they didn't. You dumbass nigga, you embarrassing yourself. Yo, click on the second picture, not a coincidence. And make it big for Robo, please.
All right, I got you, Fatima. If I misunderstood you, I misunderstood you. Cool,
This
cool.
one right here.
Yeah, that's the black man. Look just like, not a coincidence. Look just like him. That could be your your 6, 7 great grandfather, bro. Look at that picture, bro. How you gonna deny this is our people, bro?
Hell no. I don't got no Indians from Virginia.
Yo, relax, brother. Does that phenotype look like you or not? Sean, you a mongoloid, bro. You don't even
statue.
count.
It's hard to tell.
Yo, you said the phenotype, yo. You took me out.
Are we denying this statue or not? Is this a fraud?
Yeah, we denying it.
Okay, what evidence you have to deny that this statue is representing black people in America today?
Because it's on somebody's Twitter X page. It's claiming some Aboriginal shit.
So let's go. No, let's go to the museum then. This shit is in the museum.
Yeah, let's go.
Go to the first one. Go to the first picture.
Nah, that's the same one.
Nah, that looks like the museum though.
That's Twitter. Nah, that's Twitter though.
Nah, that's Twitter. The first 2 images of Twitter.
All right,
the third image got the nigga with the single feather in the same museum. But they don't ever fuck with that one. Cause see, it's also on the second row to the bottom right. So go to the second row and the first one on the second row to your far left.
See, this how you slay these niggas, Tyrone. You gotta slow it down.
Hey, what's that one? What's that one? Not a coincidence.
This is TripAdvisor.
Who?
TripAdvisor. If you want to go on a
Nah, hell no. We don't want TripAdvisor. Go over to the right.
Let's go to the pop in the Virginia Museum and put the I forgot.
It's right there, right? But hold on, it shows it right there because if you look at the thing that says who was Powhatan, it tells you the story, and I think the image is in there, and that one down there.
Yeah, we're gonna find out who Powhatan is tonight. I want all of y'all to sit here and tell me right now that this
to the far left, third row, first one.
Third row, first row.
This YouTube.
Yeah, click on that. Click on it. And then click on the source. Visit page. That's a video. Nah, we can't play that shit.
Yeah, man, they represent
It's
that
from-
pheno.
It's
that
from the.
pheno-
Hold on, I'm gonna grab it.
It's from the museum though.
It's from the museum.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's fuck with it.
You see how they dancing? That's how you get them.
If you've ever seen Disney's Pocahontas, you have already been introduced to him.
That shit is
As for middle-aged
fake.
father who
Fake.
thinks that children's movie is
Mongoloids.
distrustful of the Jamestown colonists, but
Mongoloids.
is convinced by his daughter to be.
Yo, hold on, yo. Now let's see. Pause it real quick.
As you can likely suspect, the real paramount chief power.
Hold on, real quick. Pause it. So, Robon, you want us to pull up the cigar store Indian
Nope.
shit that they put in there? Nah, that's the brother. That's the brother though. That's the Blackamoor.
Nah, that's a
The cigar Indians are Blackamoors, yo. You don't want to fuck with that?
Nah, that's later. We talking about this shit that's in the museum. Not that.
That's
shit
what we talking about.
Nah.
No.
Let the video play. You're not running from this shit. Nope. Y'all gonna get this first.
Damn. All right,
Was
I'm gonna put the link in the back.
person. So who was the real Paramount Chief Powhatan then?
Mongoloids. Look at them braids.
Paramount Chief Powhatan was born in the town of Powhatan near the falls of the James River. His personal name was actually Wahan Seneca, with Powhatan being more akin to a nickname. He held the title of Paramount Chief, or Memenatoic, meaning he ruled over many tribes and towns in Senecomica. Historically, his paramount chiefdom has sometimes been called the Powhatan Confederacy, but it is important to remember that, unlike a confederacy, which is a collection of sovereign groups united under a common purpose,
Reproduction.
Paramount Chief
That's a
Powhatan had supreme
reproduction.
control
Fake.
over his territory. He inherited 6 tribes from his mother, as power was passed matrilineally, meaning through one's mother's lineage, which were the territories of Powhatan, Arahatic, Appomattox, Pamunkey, Yautnam, and Mattapanint. Over the following years, though, Paramount Chief Powhatan grew his territories through diplomacy, coercion, and force to between 30 and 35 tribes, stretching at times from around modern-day Washington, D.C. to North Carolina. Senecomica borders groups to the east and south, such as the Monacan, Nottoway, and Tuscaroras peoples. Paramount Chief Powhatan was described by Englishmen who met him as, quote, a tall, well-proportioned man with a sour look, his head somewhat gray, his beard so thin that it seems none at all, his age nearly 60, of a very able and hardy body to endure any labor. Another Englishman who never personally met Paramount Chief Powhatan described him as, quote, a goodly old man, not yet shrinking, of a tall stature and clean limbs, of a sad aspect, round fat visage, with gray hairs, but plain and thin, hanging upon his broad shoulders, some few hairs upon his chin, and so on his upper lip. He hath been a strong and able man, sinewy, active, and of a daring spirit, vigilant, ambitious, subtle to enlarge his dominions. Cruel hath he been, and querulous as with his own werewants for trifles, as also with his neighbors in the younger days, though now delighted in security and pleasure, and therefore stands upon reasonable conditions of peace with all the great and absolute foreign chiefs about him, and is likely more quietly settled among his own. When relying on English descriptions, we must care for biases and misconceptions that exist, but from these accounts it seems clear that the English first met Paramount Chief Powhatan later in his life, but that he still maintained the prowess and physique of a strong leader. He had maintained his paramount chiefdom for decades up until that point through a constant process of warfare, intimidation, redistribution of wealth, and family alliances. After acquiring a new territory, he would appoint a new chief called a werewance or a werewansko, depending on their gender, and keep their favor through constant threat of either
Look at that statue.
promoted
Pause that
or
bitch.
through gifting them status items such as copper and other niceties.
Go back up to that picture right there. Pull that. Yeah, that look like me right there. You see that? Yeah. That could be your great grandfather. You see that? That is not the Mongoloid bodies. That is the body of the now called African American. Where have you ever seen a statue of a Mongoloid with a body like that?
Robon, is this a contemporary statue?
No, the other shit was it said reproduction.
So this
I don't know. This one might be a reproduction too. But that's his brother. Says that's his brother. That's what they said. But look at that body. When did you ever see a Mongoloid whose body look like that? We just look like that coming out the goddamn womb, man. All right, keep going. Let's keep going.
Yeah, you got that one.
Werewansko, depending on their gender, and keep their favor through constant threat of either being demoted or through gifting them status items such as copper and other niceties. Paramount Chief Powhatan required tribute to be paid to him, which could be in the form of copper, luxury goods such as pearls, rare shells, or bone jewelry, dye stuffs like puccoon, which was used to produce a red pigment.
Yo, go back to that
food
color of
and
that copper.
birds.
Go back to the
Tribute
color
would be
of that
passed from the
copper.
people to their town werewants or werewanskwa, then to their tribes
Let's
Tribune,
look at
which
that
luxury
color of
goods
that copper.
pearls and required tribute to be paid to him, which could be in the form of copper.
Right there. What color is that? That copper is on a pale skin. So who got this type of color skin, bro? Who got? I'm asking you guys on the stage when they describe in the
Well,
1826 dictionary of who these people are and the copper. What's going on here, yo?
yeah, but according to the 1828, when you look up copper, it's telling you red with a yellowish tinge.
I don't see no red and I don't see no yellow chin. We see that that's a pale skinned man wearing copper. So those are totally two different things. When we get in the sun, because we live in this climate, if you're in the north, like where they are in the Virginia, bro, we turn like that. My skin is that. That's me. That's you, brother.
Nah, that's not you.
All right, let's keep going. Let's see what they got next. You see, they're not trying to show that black man statue.
Or
Let's
luxury
keep
goods
going.
such as pearls, rare shells, or bone jewelry, dyed stuffs like puccoon, which was used to produce a red pigment, or food and nice furs. Tribute would be passed from the people to their town Werowance or Werowansqua, then to their tribes Werowance or Werowansqua, and ultimately up to Paramount Chief Powhatan. According to an English author, each territory was required to present 8/10 of what the land produced, but this seems pretty high. This number may actually represent the total tribute received by a lesser leader, which was then passed up the chain of command. Even though Paramount Chief Powhatan collected tribute, he seems to have lived much like a typical Powhatan man, hunting for his family and even wearing less opulent clothing and ornamentation when there were not important duties to attend to as Mamaroneck. It is difficult to talk about Paramount Chief Powhatan without talking about his famous daughter Pocahontas. Although she is portrayed in the Disney movie as his only daughter, Paramount Chief Powhatan likely had many children, just as he also had many wives. Unfortunately, many are not named apart from his alleged favorite wife, Winganuske, another wife named Oholask, sons named Wakatanau and Nantaquad or Nakaquawis, and daughters named Matachana and Cleopatra, although the English likely poorly recorded her actual name and it's not, in fact, Cleopatra. Whether or not Paramount Chief Powhatan would have called Pocahontas his favorite daughter, though, in English accounts, Pocahontas does seem to have a lot of personality, which solidified her as a prominent figure in English writings. Paramount Chief Powhatan unfortunately died in April 1618, making him around 70 to 80 years old by English estimates. Nothing is known about where he died, what caused his death, or who was with him when he passed. Archaeologists still have not found any evidence of where he was buried. We hope you liked this video and it's shown you who Paramount Chief Powhatan was in a little more detail and cleared up some common misconceptions and myths about him and his Paramount chiefdom.
So are we going back to the we going back to the cigar? We going back to the cigar?
Thursday and Saturday, so subscribe.
Yeah, that's your statue. That's your statue.
European propaganda, man. Where's my man?
We can't use your cigar store Indian, bro. That's what you talking about. That was in the museum, bro.
Nope, you gotta prove that that's that.
Hold on.
Yeah, pull up cigar store. Yo, yeah.
I ain't gonna front, bro. We just learned a whole lot about.
So what not to see?
You on a computer?
Nah, I ain't on the computer, yo. I'm on my phone.
Gullah, you on the computer?
Nah, not to see trying to leave.
Get up for work in the morning.
See, nigga to tell me you gotta get up.
It's a fact.
Yo,
you can do it from your phone, right, Sean? If you need.
Yeah, I can end the show from my phone. We just can't share and shit.
Nah, you can still share. It's the same way you let on a guest.
Nah, yeah, if one of them niggas share, I can't share shit.
Share other people's shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if Gullah on the computer,
Yo. So I'm just trying to ask Rod if he wanna pull up this cigar. The cigar Indian that he keep talking about.
You can pull it up as long as it shows us that is that statue in that
museum. It's the statue. It's called the Cigar Store Indian.
I want to see if that's the statue that's in the museum.
Gullah went to sleep.
Yo, not a seat, real quick before you leave. Share your screen and then put in type in Cigar Store Indian in Virginia Museum of History. It's gonna be who I want talking about, yo.
I got you 1 second.
Man, I need some more Native Americans up here to fight you niggas, man. This shit is whack.
Where I'm going?
Type in Cigar Store Indian in Virginia Museum.
Cigar Store Indian Virginia Museum. of history and culture.
Yep. Pull that nigga up.
The first one that came up was the trip advisory shit.
Not yet, because that it don't even matter. If that's the first. Go to images. Look at the images is the nigga that Rob was talking about.
Nah, bro, you scared to show that? No, nigga, no.
That's the nigga right there, Rob.
Yeah, they copied it from the real Patois. They showed us the reproduction. We just watched the video of a historian, and it clearly said reproduction. You not knowing about the body type of that goddamn man, bro.
It's the same body type.
Nah, bro. Yeah, the so-called African American.
Yo, this nigga crazy, yo. Yeah, these niggas be in the chat trying to argue with us. Nigga using the cigar men and shit, the blackamoors and all that. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas is crazy using the blackamoor shit, nigga. This shit saying sub-Saharan African all day long, and you niggas is using this shit.
Why is it in Virginia, bro? And why is it dressed like? And why is it called Patois? What are we talking about?
Nah, that ain't Patois, bro. That's not the Patois, bro. That's the cigar Indian, bro.
You scared to pull up the thing in the museum that tells us exactly what it is, bro. That's why you don't want to.
We did, bro.
No, you didn't. Pull up Virginia.
It's called
Museum.
A cigar, bro.
No, pull up Virginia.
It's the cigar store Indian, bro. They got several of them.
All right, I'm gonna do it because you playing games. Listen, bro.
Pull up the cigar store Indian, bro.
I'm here to chop your heads off, bro.
That's fine. Show us the blackamoor or the cigar store Indian. They gonna be the same motherfucker.
Yo, but I'm out, yo.
This nigga not a C, bro.
I gotta get up.
Yeah, sleep for the week, bro. Sleep for the week. We at war.
Man,
we ain't been live in 2 weeks. Them niggas been live every fucking day.
I'm about to get back to it though, but I definitely gotta go though, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, share the video, or don't give Sean a hard time up here, man. You know,
this nigga
Sean,
fight. We find a right-handed fight left-handed.
Yo, these niggas, I just been watching them the whole time. I ain't been live. I just been watching them. They are terrible. Bro. They're terrible. Sick in the head, like just hate theyself. Nothing but anti-black, anti-African rhetoric.
Yo, Rod, you can buy this statue for $40.
You would think that they were actually white people in blackface. Good night, Juju. But yeah, I gotta go, man.
Yeah, but yeah, you can get that statue of Powhatan and the cigar store. $40. $40.88. No cap. Don't make us, yo, we got somebody in the chat from Virginia, yo.
Sean,
you can have them pull up.
Yo, wake Gullah up.
Yeah, Gullah tripping, bro.
But I'm out of here, y'all. Peace. Good night.
All right. But yeah, let me see. We got people in Virginia, yo. Cujo, where you at? Go to the fucking Virginia Museum, Cujo.
Give me a second, man. I'm in transit.
Nah, man, you in transit, nigga. Kick this bitch ass nigga off. Look at that nigga. Yeah, so we can get Cujo to go to the museum. And Cujo go to the museum, you know what I mean? We can get the whole video. Do our own shit. Yeah, the party ended when you dip. Try to act like you was busy, nigga. You still in the chat. Rob, where you at, bro? Oh, he's searching for the source.
I'm right here. I'm looking for that cheap Patois, nigga.
Yeah, you ain't gonna find that. Ain't cheap Padawan, bro. It's the cigar store, bro. Cigar stores all day long. Cigar store Indian, bro.
Man, I thought I had an ally, man.
Nah, that nigga left. That nigga left, bro. Shit, I'm finna get my ass up out of here too, nigga. Kudo talking about he in transit. Gullah, where you at, nigga? Shit. Yo, I'm finna get up out of here, yo. Party over. Shamans wore black paint. Keywords. Wore black paint.
They suppressing the truth, bro. It's all good, bro. You're gonna learn one day. We're
Yeah,
gonna
about the
deport all you fucking Africans.
about
We
the
gonna deport you niggas. You niggas wanna talk about Ghana? We gonna send you niggas to Ghana, Benin, and don't cry your ass about you wanna come back to America with the Native American Indians. Don't come back here. We gonna deport all you niggas. Trump will be down with that shit. Trump will make that shit a part of the agenda. Damn, son. Niggas don't want to come fight, bro. This is some bullshit,
Nah,
bro.
them niggas don't want to fight, bro.
Nah, that shit ain't fair, bro.
Niggas don't want to fight, bro. They ain't armed, bro.
Niggas don't want to fucking get it in, nigga.
They want to fight in the chat.
They won't get it in, bro.
Yeah, Tunde, that's him.
No, it's not. My name is Warlord. My name is Warlord. I don't know who that. Y'all keep talking about some Rob Bourne. I don't know that motherfucker.
Hey, who won? Alright, Rob, finna end this shit, bro.
All right. Y'all have a good night, man. Keep up the good fight. Feathers up. Deport all wannabe Africans is the movement. We got something we working on with Trump to deport all you niggas.
Alright, Rob. Shit over, niggas. Catch y'all on the next flip.